It's going to say we're live. And then we're live. And then we're live again. But I don't know where we're live. Sorry, patrons. You got to put up with a lot of shit tonight. And we're waiting over on the gram. We're going to hit go live over on the gram. I don't know why, because people just pop in. They don't usually comment over there. I see people pop in.
Yeah, everyone.
Sometimes they comment. Like fucking Joe Conzo was there that one night. I was like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I've never spoken to Joe Conzo. He's on the list to get on the show, though.
Mm-hmm. SNL alumni Sherry O'Terry has disclosed that she has been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Hey, Felicia. Felicia's over on the gram.
Well, hello, Felicia.
We're getting ready to get started. We were supposed to have a guest. We might still have a guest. I don't know what's going on out there in Texas, so...
Never do.
Nope. All right. It says somebody's here. I don't know where they are. They're on Twitch. Whoever's on Twitch, welcome aboard. And, okay, you got backup intro ready?
I got the backup intro ready, so I can go with that.
All right. Then, let us try that. Let me make sure I've got the freaking actual intro ready for us. Oh, I'm a fucking mess tonight. All right. Hold on. Gail's messaging. Leave and come back. New stream. Okay. So I will count you in with a Shri. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Who's your mama?
This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, a legendary Rakim and Wu-Tang supergroup, Ice Cube's massive Wall Street payday, and Cameron checks Hove's freestyle, plus Jay-Z's Target backlash, and new music from friend of the show, Drez. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
All you kids want to get on and shit.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
I'll be damned. At the count of three, I want y'all to tell me the name of my DJ. 1, 2, 3. The poppers pop and the breakers break. Like the fellas say oh and the girls say hey. Give it up for the DJ, Mr. Throwback Thursday.
And now, here's your hosts, Bill Winters and Mr. Throwback Thursday himself, Jamie Robinson.
And a pleasant good evening to everybody. Welcome to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 646. It is your two favorite idiots. Jamie is down in Virginia celebrating, while Bill is up in the home of the NBA champion New York Knicks, the state of New York. How are you, my friend? Congratulations on the Knicks championship.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been hearing that a lot lately. And, you know, I understand I do not play for the Knickerbockers.
No, but there are people I know who have been diehards for this team since we were in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the dumb Jets. I have been a fan of the Knicks as long as I can remember watching the sport. Mm-hmm. And neither one of them have won a championship in the entire time I've been watching them.
No, I started watching the Knicks back in, well, you know, I told you, in the Bill Cartwright days.
Yeah.
And then I kind of fell out of basketball for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably about 10 years ago, I got back into basketball and, you know, maybe even longer ago than that, because you and I laugh about the Kiki Vandeweghe days.
Trent Tucker and Kenny Skywalker and
Xavier McDaniel. And
yeah,
the obscure names like Ronaldo Balkman.
Hubert Davis.
Well, Hubert Davis wasn't so
no.
obscure. He was a good player in
North
Carolina.
Pat Riley didn't believe it, but you know.
And he did well in the I mean, I remember when Charlie Ward became
Yeah.
The
A quarterback? No, that's
the point guard, starting
yeah.
point guard.
No, I know.
In 99, the last time the Knicks were in the finals.
The last time the Knicks got beat in the finals, yeah. The time before that was the OJ series, right?
Yes, 94.
Yeah.
We almost had that year. We almost had a Knicks Rangers double dip at the Garden.
Yeah.
I just find it hysterical now that number 11 captains a team after a 54-year drought. 94 wins the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
For the Knicks, number 11 captains a team to an NBA title after a 53-year
3-year, yes.
It's too funny to call it a coincidence, but it was entertaining to watch. It really was.
And it was both teams were somebody brought in from another team to help them win.
Yes, both were free agent signing. Well,
yep.
At the time, Messier was not a free agent signing. He was a trade.
But he was brought in.
Yeah.
As a hired gun.
Yep. And I'll remember that trade until the day I die. Mark Messier to the New York Rangers for David Shaw, Bernie Nichols, Louis DeBrusque, Stephen Rice, and future considerations.
Isn't that what they say at the end of a game show?
Mm-hmm.
Future considerations paid for by the following?
Yeah. Actually, David Shaw was part of the future considerations. I apologize for that. The future considerations, because it was Nichols, DeBrusque, and Rice.
I remember Bernie Nichols being part of it. That I remember.
The future considerations was a secondary trade that sent David Shaw for Jeff Bukaboom.
And I was happy that happened.
So
because 23 was a favorite of mine.
And then the other one we got the year before, where we fleeced Edmonton, was signing Adam Graves as a restricted free agent, and the compensation at the time was Troy Millette.
Okay, so we won on that one.
Yeah, we won on a couple of those things.
Yeah,
but congratulations to the New York Knicks. Thank you for entertaining me for the whole season, really.
Yeah,
and especially the last 2 months.
And as much as I am not offended that Brunson got the Finals MVP after that game,
it could very well have been OG Anunoby.
Yes, and for those who didn't watch, not just because of that one game. No, although that was a cherry on top of his campaign.
Yeah.
OG is the one who kept us in all of this.
OG was, and there's your trivia question. Who scored the final point in the clinching game? OG Anunoby.
OG, yeah.
Line. Yep.
Yeah.
To make it 94-90. And then God,
he also scored the final point in the greatest game in NBA Finals history.
Which was just crazy. I watched that game.
All because of the
I
woo.
actually turned it off. And then before I was going to bed, I was like, let me put it on. Let's see what's going on with the game. And it went from 29 at one point. I think when I turned it back on, it was like 22.
Yeah.
And I said, okay.
At 26, I placed a bet that they would win.
And then I watched a little bit more and I said, oh, okay. So it's now down to 18.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched a little more. I said, they've cut it down to 14. They've cut it down to 10. And then I was like, it's single digits.
Yeah. I would give it to San Antonio. They are a young team and they start fast.
Yeah.
But they don't have it.
They don't have finish.
No. That's what Brunson said. They said, what's one thing you can say about your team? He said, my team starts 30 minutes after everybody else.
Yeah.
The game starts at 8:30. We start playing at 9
o'clock. Yeah. So it's a 48-minute game, and somehow they do very well in 36 minutes.
They do, yes.
But
anyway, yes.
Anyway, this isn't the New York Knicks podcast.
It could be, but it is tonight. It could be.
Yeah, tonight I could talk about the Knicks all night because somebody put this in wrestling parlance for me, and it made perfect sense. In this series, the Knicks were the biggest baby faces I have ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
it was hard not to root for them.
Yeah.
They did everything the right way. They didn't play dirty, regardless of how the technical foul calls went.
Yes.
Because those tech calls, the one on Mitchell Robinson was stupid.
Yeah.
That call was just ridiculous. Whereas Wemby didn't get a single one, and he basically assaulted people all.
Yeah. And as I told you pre-show, I believe Draymond is coming for him next season.
Somebody's coming for him.
Yeah.
That big giraffe's going to be put down.
Yeah.
So tonight we have.
Who knows what we have?
I was going to say.
We have scheduled right now.
We have two different menus for you.
Yes.
We will go with the menu that we always go with, which is hip hop headlines to start with. We will have some woo news unless, things change and somebody pops on. And then.
That is not your invitation, Lion. We're not looking for you tonight.
Well, Lions can always pop on if he wants. After woo news, we will have some records to do, a one and done. Which is funny you put and anyone else on this project
because it's I guess a compilation, but I don't know as it's listed. I think it's listed as various artists, but on Spotify it's listed as the artists I have listed.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll give you the record of the week this week, which comes to you from our artist of the month, who's supposed to join us, but we'll see if that happens. I mean, that's. We've had technical difficulties with this one more so than anything I've ever seen. So
yeah, I mean stuff not even on our end, or obviously not on his end.
Yeah.
Yes, but the in betweens have been fighting against us. And before we get started, real quick, I'm not gonna get into any details, but I just want to send our love out to the Henderson's family.
Yes. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah,
John. Your thoughts or our thoughts are with you as always.
I'm sure his are with us.
Nah, I'm sure his are somewhere else. Right
yes.
But the posse is always with you, John.
Yes.
And you need anything, you know how to get us.
Indeed.
We have the record of the week from your artist of the month. And then we have an old to the new that we mentioned in the intro.
We did. It's kind of cool how I do that, huh?
Yeah, a couple of different names in there to recognize. One, coming back from the grave. I will read lyrics, of course, no matter what happens. That always seems to be a thing.
Yes.
And then we will sign off and then be back. Special recording this week on Friday morning.
Yeah.
10 a.m.
East. For
Eastern
those who
Standard Time. Yes. Juneteenth. Friday recording session, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, there is some travel involved, so we are getting a show in the can before that travel happens. So hopefully if you are around, you can join us on Friday morning. If not, you can check us out the following Thursday.
Indeed. Or patrons on Wednesday.
In the meantime and in between time, would you be so kind to start us off with a little bit of that Triple H?
Yay.
This is Hip Hop Headlines, brought to you by Mr. Throwback Thursday.
First to answer, Gail. Yes, this Friday.
Yes.
For those of you listening on Thursday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
And now that that's handled, get on it. It's your time.
Okay, and before I start, I have to ask, do you hear a humming in the background? Because I just turned my air conditioner on because it is hotter than Satan's taint in this room.
No. Now I got to put down Bill AC question. No, I don't hear it.
Okay, good. Oh, you're going to cut out my great line about Satan's taint?
I may just leave that in with no context. It could go in the board. You never know.
I'm going to say, it's hot enough. I feel like I tongue punched Satan in the fart box.
That is in the board. I think it may be there already. I don't know.
I heard somebody say that a long time ago, and I'm like, that is the greatest thing I ever heard. Hip hop headlines.
Yes. I have no idea what this show is.
DPG times Woo times God MC.
That's a lot of stuff happening there.
Not to be confused with You God. We have a major announcement from the legendary lineup division, as reported by DJ Mag. Rakim, Corrupt, and Master Killa of the Wu-Tang Clan are officially releasing a collaborative album. That's quite the trio.
It is, and it's not one that you would normally say, oh yeah, I could see that happening.
No, I could see Rakim and maybe a member of the Wu-Tang Clan. I don't know where Corrupt came from.
No.
That is the monkey wrench in the works. This collaboration unites arguably the most influential MC of the golden era, the God MC, Rakim, with a key architect of the West Coast death row sound, Corrupt. And that's why you don't put those two together usually.
No.
And one of the cornerstone members of the Wu-Tang Clan in Master Killa. It's an unusual grouping that directly bridges New York, the home of the NBA champions, by the way.
Oh, yes.
And the West Coast. And we always discuss unique sonic blueprints of the golden era on this show. This album will bridge 3 distinct foundational sounds.
3.
You'll have Rakim's foundational flow, Corrupt's death row cadence, and Master Killa's very unique Wu-Tang delivery.
So I've heard that 3
is a
magic number.
Yeah, but
yes, it is.
De La Soul isn't involved in this.
No, but I learned that before De La. They just reinforced it.
I'm anxious to see what this sounds like. How difficult is this going to be for a production team to build any kind of cohesive framework?
That's the part I'm really, really curious about is who's producing this.
Yeah.
Because
who would choose to produce it with these 3 names?
Who would I choose?
I know you go Premiere all the time, but
right.
Master Killa's involved. Would you go RZA?
I don't know. I think they have to go outside.
Pete Rock?
I think Pete might have a better I don't want to say qualification, a better understanding of all of the people involved to know how to work with them.
Would you go
I can see Havoc?
Like Havoc? Would you go like an Easy Mo B?
Ooh, that'd be nice. I could actually see with this lineup, I could see Fizzy Woe, get a little fame out there to produce this. I think that might work.
Yeah.
But like on the LL song 4321, it was LL, Method Man, Redman, Cannabis, and DMX.
Yeah.
If you listen, the beat is the same for everybody until it gets to DMX, and then they had to change it because fucking X was X, and you have to adapt
to work
to
in
him.
Earl's parameters. He's not one that can adjust, I don't think.
Right. So
Earl did what he did.
So you had to be able to adjust to him, not him to you. So you need somebody who's got the flexibility to adjust to these individual artists, not expect them to adjust to his beat.
I think that's fair.
So I'm not sure who that is, who can tame these 3 tigers, but somebody can do it. I don't want to see no Hit Boy. I don't want to see. I don't think.
Boy.
I don't want Alchemist on this. I think Alchemist is great. I don't see him on this. I think it's got to be somebody who produced during these eras, who understood them as they were, because I don't see any of these 3 artists really changing the way they've been. It's not like you can get somebody new who's like, all right, I'm ready to work. What do you guys got? No, it has to be somebody who was there and understands how they've worked in the past to know how to work with them now. I don't know who that is, but
we know who it isn't. So
we do know that.
So very interesting to find out who's going to, as you say, produce this. And when we find out any more about it, of course, we will bring it to you.
I saw the features list. It's like track 1. There's no name. It's track 1 featuring this guy. Track 2 feature. So your boy Marshall is going to be back on this.
Okay.
As well as Hawaiian Sophie.
They brought in some heavy hitters.
Yeah, there's a lot of names that you'd be like, oh shit.
Okay. Well, I will reserve judgment until I hear it, but it's something
it
intrigues me. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Article number 2, not impressed. Subtitled, no, sir, I don't like it.
No, sir, I don't like it. Yes.
The fallout from Hawaiian Sophie, who you just mentioned, from Jay-Z's massive freestyle at the Roots picnic is still rippling, but not everyone is bowing down to Hawaiian Sophie's latest moves. According to
have you heard the Roots picnic freestyle he did?
I have not, because I don't go out of my way to listen to Jay-Z.
No, and I get that. I don't in general either, but when he's working up for his big Yankee Stadium show and makes an appearance at the Roots picnic is a
big deal.
Yeah, it's a culturally significant event.
Yes.
And he showed up there, and so if you guys haven't heard it, I'm not going to play it here because 1, I'll get in trouble. 2, I'll have to edit it out. And I know Boss Lady's probably going to get mad at me for this, but you know, we're not going to talk about it until I'll let you finish. I just want to know if you had heard it before reading to know what your opinion was. But if you haven't heard it, that's fine.
No, and what I can do is, I can find it and listen to it myself. According to a breakdown we're seeing from the source in Hip Hop 24/7, Cameron recently hit the mic to publicly critique Hove's strategy, claiming that the performance did not impress him at all.
That don't befront me.
As long as I get
my money next Friday.
Cameron argued that Hawaiian Sophie made a tactical error by spreading his disses out across multiple shows instead of delivering one concentrated, devastating blow at a single massive venue like Yankee Stadium.
Yes, I totally agree with Cam on this one. I don't often say that about him. We have differing opinions about a lot of things, but no, I am 100% on board with that. If you have a gigantic show coming up at Yankee Stadium, was it 3 dates that all sold out?
Yes. Yep.
Gigantic. And again, the Roots picnic is incredible. But if you're comparing the 2 venues, the Roots picnic, which happens every year, or a 3-night run at sold out Yankee Stadium for your, is it 30th anniversary? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Which one are you taking to drop all of your hot, hard hitting shit?
So I looked up at this Roots picnic thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's an hour and 33-minute video.
Oh, if you're watching the whole thing, yeah. So, no, his freestyle was probably in the 2-minute range. My biggest issue with it is you are, whether we like his style or his rhymes or his content, you are one of the greatest, highest ranked, most revered MCs in New York history.
Mm-hmm.
You're out here at the Roots picnic punching down at Joe Shit the Ragman and whoever else has slighted you, because it doesn't matter who they are. As far as
like
hip hop,
that's at us.
Yeah. As far as hip hop goes, you are on the upper echelon, and none of the people who you're talking shit about are the shit on your shoe.
Yeah.
Talent or legend or respect wise. It makes zero sense for you to do this. Kind of like when they went after Big Daddy Kane last month, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Saying nobody's going out to see a Big Daddy Kane show and blah, blah, blah. And the world reacted and said, what are you, fucking stupid?
To me, this seems like, Sophie forgot the number 1 rule, is that the lion does not usually give a shit about the opinions of the sheep.
No, this is the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Where Warrior comes back to challenge Hogan after he had already beaten Hogan.
Yeah.
There is no reason for this. Nobody's on your level that you should be commenting toward. I mean, so that is a big negative for me.
Yeah, because you can look at that two sides. You're punching down on people that probably they can't hang with you,
Definitely.
and two, it shows kind of an indirect fear of taking shots at those who can hang with you.
Yeah. But, the majority of the people that are on Jay's level aren't going to mess with him because why? What?
What's the gain from it?
Right. Yeah. Billionaires fighting with billionaires on the, no, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I didn't understand. Not that the content was bad.
Mm-hmm.
He delivered well. It was unnecessary, and if you were gonna do it,
that Goldblum thing, he was so worried about whether or not he could.
Yeah,
he didn't think about whether or not he should.
Yeah, and again, hold it for your show. If this is the thing that you were like, oh, I'm gonna go out there and blow people away with this, do that at your show. Your shows are already sold out. It's not like you're advertising for yourself.
Yeah, give that to the people who paid money.
Yeah. But it's just my take on it. I mean,
sounds like a legitimate take.
Yeah, it's kind of Cam's take too.
So, yeah, Cam says by breaking it up, Cam believed that Sophie completely diluted the overall impact. And on top of that, he pointed out that because the freestyle missed the mark, it has actually opened the door and created a prime opportunity for specifically Drake to step up and fire back, especially since Drake currently dominates Billboard numbers.
He does.
Cam essentially noted that Hawaiian Sophie is wildly competitive and must have temporarily stepped down from his untouchable status simply because he's actively paying attention to what his opponents are saying. The lion is paying attention to the opinion of the sheep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that sounds like a misstep from...
Yeah. I mean, you have to be, again, in this game, you have to believe you are the number one. You are the best. And after all these years and all these billions that you've made, what's making you think now that maybe you're not, that you need to talk to these people below you? It's again, I am not opposed to him coming out and basically saying, the KRS approach, I'm still number one. But again, do that at your show. When you're in the middle of a set, you just stop, break out with like E Double does. Just stop the show, break out in your freestyle, and then go back to the show and let everybody go, oh, fuck, he did this. Right in the middle, he stopped everything to say this. Missed the mark, I think.
It sounds like a fair assessment, especially after what Cam said.
Yeah.
So
that is very much me saying what he said.
So I guess Cam said, he's criticizing the rollout rather than just the lyrics themselves. Spacing out would have been a better move.
Right.
Cameron noted that Jay-Z stepped into this specifically because he is wildly competitive and paying attention to the chatter. It's like a fire, man. If you don't give it oxygen, it's not going to burn. I don't know why you do that. But he felt
the only thing I can say on that is if Jay-Z is planning something new and he wants to go old school and have him against Drake. You're the number one seller now. I'm the number one of New York. Let's go back and forth on record and sell a bunch of records. That is the only thing I can see being a businessman move doing this now. That's the only thing I can see.
I mean, that sounds like the old LL Cool J, Cool Mo D, where everybody thought they were, at each other's throats all the time. And apparently that was an agreement between the two of them. Yeah.
It's a businessman.
You rip me. We'll both sell records. We'll both get paid. And, don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. We can all get paid.
Staged as wrestling, Except there's no predetermined outcome. They let the fans decide.
Yeah.
Who did that. So Okay. I eventually I will watch it now, just because there is a little controversy about it.
Right. And then you can
go out of my way to look for Jay-Z content.
right.
But
No, I don't either, but it was everywhere.
About it. So
yeah, it was everywhere right after the picnic.
the other misstep on that. If you got that shit to say, you're going to say it at the Roots picnic, or are you going to say it at Yankee Stadium?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Gravitas. It just a rare misstep from the businessman.
Indeed.
Article number 3, back that ass up.
Yes.
So I know you usually keep the U.S. locked on the New York boom bap sound. We have to acknowledge a massive milestone from the South that completely altered the trajectory of hip hop. Men's Journal just dropped a retrospective declaring that the greatest party rap song in history was released exactly 27 years ago this week. They are, of course, talking about Back That Thing Up, or Back That Ass Up.
Yes, the proper title. Back that ass up.
That is the, in their words at Men's Journal, greatest party rap song in history. I think we need to have a talk with the guys at Men's Journal. Article points out that even though it only peaked at number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100 and completely bypassed at the Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammys, its cultural impact is absolutely undeniable. Accompanied by Manny Fresh and a young Lil Wayne, Juvenile introduced the mainstream to the infectiously energetic sound of New Orleans bounce music. That I'll give them.
Yes.
The piece argues that from the moment you hear that recognizable intro and the legendary opening line, Cash Money Records taking over for the 9-9 into 2000, the track immediately commands the energy of any room, remaining an absolute staple in party culture and gym playlists nearly 3 decades later. I will say, for the record, I have DJ'd weddings and stuff. I do not use this song unless it is requested.
And is it, though? On average, how many times?
Maybe once every 5 events I do. Maybe.
Okay. How many of these events are 99% white people?
99% of the events, I would think.
Is it after the drinking starts that they start asking for it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, that
Open
and
DJ's best friend. Sometimes his worst enemy too.
Yeah, that and Mix-a-Lot's "Baby Got Back" are usually both requests around the same time, Gail.
Yeah, usually. And then of course the Rob bass stuff comes in and all that, and that's fine. I mean that's always going to have legs anyway.
Got to give the people, yeah.
So we spend so much time analyzing the boom bap drum breaks of the New York golden era.
Yep.
Manny Fresh turned this thing around with that New Orleans bounce architecture and basically disrupted the whole East Coast, West Coast sonic foundation on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause at the time, that's what you had. You had East, you had West, you know, on occasion you would get a South, but it was like a Miami. Yeah. Miami, Atlanta. When you start going out a little bit out West there, not West, but Southwest. You know, that sound gets very, very different.
Yeah.
Where we talk about like anything coming up out of D.C. area, you get that go-go sound with it. You know, you get out to the left a little more.
Whereas you that funky go rhythm.
Yes. Yeah. No. Then that you get that bounce.
So, yeah, I guess Men's Journal may have a point to a certain extent, but
yeah.
And the fact that
no need to print a retraction.
It did only reach number 19 on the Billboard, but it is a very recognizable song, and everybody says it.
Oh yeah.
Either back that thing up or back that ass up. Between that and shake your ass,
or shake it fast if you're on the radio edit.
Yeah, that's just terrible. I'm not to mention that because of the
watch yourself
improprieties of the performer. So,
speaking of improprieties of the performer, not in the news this week, but in the news this week, Mr. CeeLo Green.
Yeah, had a good CeeLo mention.
Listen to this crazy shit. He wants to do a versus.
Against who?
Ms. Lauryn Hill.
He will get eaten alive.
He said the only person who would match up with me is Ms. Lauryn Hill. I'm curious if that's just because like we were both in rap groups and then we became singers. I don't know if that's his angle on that.
Yeah.
But you put Lauryn Hill's catalog, and we're not talking about her one album, but her work with the Fugees, her work on her own, her work with Nas, her whatever, and you compare it to CeeLo with Goody Mob and Gnarls Barkley and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Ms. Lauryn Hill steps on his neck a little bit.
I don't think it's a little bit. I think it's a lot bit.
Yeah. Sorry, that didn't make news this week because we were on a time schedule, but I had to mention it.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm glad you did because that'd be a rough one.
Yeah. Oh, and I also heard on the radio. I heard Crazy on the radio today by Gnarls Barkley. And for those of you who don't know, Gnarls Barkley is a band name. It is not a person name.
Yes. Was it CeeLo and who? Danger Mouse?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
But it was the young person who was DJing on the radio station said, how did it go? By Mr. Gnarls Barkley. I'm like,
that's like saying Mr. Jethro Tull.
Yes. Who was a person, but was not a singer.
No, was the impetus for the name.
Yes.
He was a farmer.
Yeah. Mr. Leonard Skinner. Yes.
Textile man, you know? Yes, Mr. Leonard Skinner. I'm sure.
The gym teacher, yeah. But anyway. Gas station we passed.
Article number 4. The other X gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
We have a messy, incredibly tense situation in New York that completely derailed what should have been a beautiful moment of hip-hop preservation.
Concur.
According to All Hip Hop, a special street naming ceremony was held in Yonkers to officially honor the legacy of the late legendary Earl Simmons, professionally known as DMX. However, the event took a sharp, uncomfortable turn when DMX's son, Xavier Simmons, took the microphone.
Xavier, spelled with an X.
Instead of keeping the focus entirely on celebrating his father's monumental impact on the culture, Xavier used his time at the podium to publicly call out his father's former fiancée, Desiree Lindstrom, openly criticizing her and her handling of DMX's estate and legacy, airing out deep-seated family grievances right there in front of the crowd and the cameras.
Yeah.
That's Kanye looking into the camera. George Bush does not care about black people.
Yeah, but
While Mike Myers is going, I don't have anything to do with this.
yeah, you can't have a street naming ceremony for Earl, who had 18 kids, I think.
A lot of them.
And not talk about the ones who were there first, or let them speak, or be part of this, even though you are the last one who was with him.
Mm-hmm.
You can't cut out the first ones who were there. You didn't have all of the X. So I understand his irritation, frustration being cut out.
Yeah.
Do you...
Just not the time and the place to bring that out.
Right. Do you make a scene at what should be one of the coolest events for Yonkers in the many, many years, and in your father's legacy, to make sure that you and your mom and whatever other relatives are known and represented?
First off, I have a problem with the name Yonkers. Why is there more than one Yonker? Why does that sound like a colloquialism for boobs? Look at the Yonkers on that one.
It's one of those restaurants you go to.
Oh. Not one of the ones I go to.
Hooters, Yonkers, whatever.
No, there's no Hooters around here.
There's none anywhere, I don't think.
And
I think Hogan tried to buy them and then they died or something. But in Yonkers, right next to Bronx.
Right up the road from it, yeah.
See, that's why it's Yonkers. and the Bronx. That's why.
Bronx is spelled with an X.
It
That's
is.
also not a plural.
It is X, like ox.
Well, that X ain't going to give it to you either.
It is
And
not.
Ox plural is oxen.
Oxen. I know what it is.
It wouldn't be Bronxon.
Maybe it is Brunson.
Brunson and the Bronxon?
The only thing I know about
Olivia
Yonkers,
Benson?
also Brunson. The only thing I know about Yonkers is like next to New Rochelle and Tuckahoe. That's all I know.
Tuckahoe. I love that name too.
That's why I don't go there for anything. I've never gone there for anything. There's no reason to go there.
Sign.
Yep, you see the sign. Yonkers, you see the sign for Tuckahoe when you're driving through. That's it.
I mean, and
Tuckahoe.
Up north, we've got Coxsackie. So
You do, yes.
Although I believe they pronounce it Cooksaki.
I don't care how they pronounce it. They're wrong. It's kind of like Bronx.
Well, at least KRS gets it right. Anybody here from Bronx?
Yes.
He doesn't say the Bronx.
No.
He just goes,
He knows.
anybody here from Bronx? So
He also wants to know what you can get for 63 cents.
not a whole lot. So Xavier Simmons, to get back to this, publicly airing out dirty laundry. Is there ever a justification for doing this in a public forum? And is it even worse that you do it when you're trying to celebrate something?
It is worse. I cannot say that there is no place or time for it, because when you are the offended party, stuff like that doesn't matter. You feel, you have been hurt, you've been offended, you need to react. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Does he come out now and apologize, saying, I believe that what I felt was correct. I believe that my timing in reacting to it was wrong. That we should have been there to respect my father and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Lions, right? Spooks never say the CIA. They say the agency, or they say CIA. They do not say the. My current governor worked for CIA, and she made it a point in her campaign speeches and her commercials, said, when I walked the halls of CIA, she did not say the. Shout out to Abigail Spanberger for that thing only.
I was not aware of that, so I learned something. Anyway, congratulations to X on the honor. I hope that whole thing gets. We've seen way too many of these estate things get out of hand. Tupac, Biggie, now X. That they always get really messy.
Lion just went Dustin Hoffman on you.
Yeah. Let's hope they can clear that up, because from what we've reported in the past, a lot of people have a problem with the ex-fiance.
Yes, we have reported about that on more than one occasion, where her claim is, I was the last one. I was there at the end. I was the one who mattered. He didn't get to leave me like he did all of you. And you have to, at one point or another, put yourself in her shoes and go, she was the one who was there. She was the one at the end. How long would it have gone on? Who knows? But in her mind, she was the one.
Yep.
So I get it, but also, as
this isn't a public service announcement to make sure your affairs are in order so that everything goes exactly the way you want it to.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody ever wants to talk about that sort of stuff.
No, and I just went through it where there was no.
Yeah.
There was nothing. There was, hey, I said to this person.
Yeah. But nothing in writing. And all that does is just lead, success and death are both relatives. When they happen, all the relatives come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
So, and it's even worse when the person who passes doesn't really have a whole lot. I don't know, man. I'm lucky that way, and in the fact that my mom pretty much had stuff laid out how she wanted.
Right.
I will have. I mean, I don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of half the time. So,
Yep. But
I do have some things, and I will want certain things to go to certain people, and
if you do not get that written and signed by a lawyer and notarized, then somebody could have said, no, he told me I could have it.
And I won't be here to argue it. So,
right.
And that's the part that nobody wants to talk about. We had this discussion with my wife the other night about when her mom passed away. She's like, what's going to happen to my things?
Yeah.
When she was diagnosed with cancer.
Yep.
And she didn't, I mean, it's not like she had a whole lot. She's talking more about her clothes and stuff like that.
Right.
But I mean, yeah,
that's the thing. If you care about what happens to your stuff, whatever your stuff, like my electronic football, if I give a shit about where it goes, I better write it down somewhere and have somebody sign it saying, yes, I witnessed him saying he wanted it to go here. Otherwise, somebody's just going to take it and throw it in the trash and move along.
I have a set of red Carnival glass dishes that my mother had.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I think I would like, Emily to have them. But I'm still kind of debating on that because I don't know if she would appreciate them per se.
Right.
So it may end up being that I would like those donated to someplace or sold at auction because, and then just sell them at auction and take the money and donate it to a charity of my choosing. Yeah. But it's not a comfortable conversation to have. And
no, nobody wants to. And that's the problem. People put it off and put it off and put it off. And then, too late.
Unfortunately, neither one of us is getting any younger either. And
I am. I just had this discussion with my sister. My sister turned 50 2 days ago.
I know.
She said, how was it that just the other day, she goes, how did we get so old when just the other day you put me in the dryer? Story for another time. But I told her, I said, I do a show every week, which takes up most of my week, preparing, editing, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Or a good portion of it.
Yeah, where I talk about the hip hop from the 1970s and the 1990s, which makes me somewhere between 2 and 29 years old.
At the time, yes.
Right. So that is where I live. I am that age. Mm-hmm. My knees tell me different. My back tells me different, but
yeah, so does mine.
But in general, my way of thinking, I mean, you've seen how I dress. I wear shorts and a t-shirt and Nikes and Adidas and all the time. It's what I wear.
Yep.
I am still mentally in my 20s.
I mean, I wear that kind of stuff for the most part. And then when I go to work, I wear scrubs. But
yeah, see, I don't have to do that. I just get to live. This is work.
Today, I had on, shorts and Reebok sneakers. And I did have a polo shirt on.
Did you have pumps on?
I did not have pumps.
Damn. Reebok pumps. I don't know what kind of pumps you're thinking, but Reebok pumps.
I know exactly what you're talking about. No, I did not have any Reebok.
But yeah, no, I told her, I said, that's it. I am in my 20s. My body one day will shut down, but my brain will still be telling me, hey, you're in your 20s.
Yeah. Lions got it perfectly.
Hell yeah. No.
Mosh pit while my body says balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, yeah, I hope they get that whole thing straightened out with DMX. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, the sign's up, street's there, but, 18 kids, I may be off by 1 or 2. Tons of kids, tons of baby mamas. Nobody's ever going to be happy.
No.
You would think that something like this would bring people together.
No.
You would think.
Somebody who went through it, yes. In theory, it should.
Yeah.
It brings them together just so they can tear each other apart.
Right.
Article number 5. Target on his back. Well, we already picked on him once.
We did.
Let's bring him out again. Major 30th anniversary milestone for one of the foundational albums of the golden era.
Yes.
Currently caught in a massive wave of corporate controversy.
What?
Isn't everything anymore? Target has officially announced an exclusive 30th anniversary edition of Hawaiian Sophie's legendary 96 debut, Reasonable Doubt. That edition's going to drop June 26th.
Good for him, but
The retail giant is putting their massive footprint behind this, releasing a special $40 edition that features a unique white color vinyl variant, exclusive packaging, and a collectible insert. However, the rollout is facing serious backlash because of Target's recent corporate pivots. In January of 2025, Target announced it would be actively scaling back or completely ending certain diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Because,
in case you guys didn't hear about that, that's where the target on his back comes from.
Yes. The rollback included reducing their reporting to diversity watchdogs and making significant adjustments to their supplier diversity programs. Anybody who, look, I don't like him, but anybody who thinks that Hawaiian Sophie is a DEI hire, for lack of a better word, does not understand what the fuck that term means.
No, but the big issue is you are fucking Jay-Z. There's no other way to say it. You're fucking Jay-Z. You can do pretty much anything you fucking want. Of all the retail giants out there that you could get a deal with, it's not like he needs the money. It's not about who has a couple extra 100,000 for him in this. What makes you pick a company that is very, very publicly said, we're cutting back on all our DEI shit? You know, the orange guy said this is bad, and we're like, yeah, we agree with you. We had to do it before, but since you said it's bad, fuck that. We're not doing it anymore.
Well, that's why you don't see Pride stuff in Target stores.
No, fuck no.
They used to be all about it.
Yes.
And they got severe backlash for that.
Yeah. So,
but, I mean, that whole crowd is stupid anyway. You saw the thing I sent you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They went from fucking shooting cans of beer because they had a trans person in one ad,
yeah,
to having that same beer brand sponsor their fucking circle jerk on the White House lawn this past weekend.
And what I will say about that, the fights that were on that card were all excellent fights. A lot of the guys who backed out, I stand with them. Good call. Your principal said, do not fight there. Just like the concerts we were talking about. No, I'm not going to perform. Good for you. Cool. I watched it because I have Paramount Plus. Nobody else got any extra money out of me. I love the UFC, as you've seen. I do well on betting. It was quite the ridiculous spectacle, but the fights that were on the card were really good fights. No fight went to decision.
They were all knockouts and stuff.
Yeah. It was. So the fight card was very good. The spectacle was ridiculous.
The ambiance around it was.
Yeah.
What?
Nick Chappell, for anybody who knows Nick Chappell, he posted, how ridiculous it was and blah, blah. I'm like, somebody's going to get their sister pregnant at that event. That is what's going to happen.
Yep. We always said Kid Rock makes music for people who try to score at the family reunion.
Yes.
So, like Beavis. Kid Rock makes music for the Beavises of the world.
Indeed.
So, let's get back to this thing.
We got stuff going on.
Artists like Jay-Z, who has built his modern legacy on advocating for Black ownership, equity, and institutional reform, partnering exclusively with Target.
Right, exclusively
pulling its DEI stuff.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
The culture has an issue with it.
As they should.
I know why they're doing it, because corporate America seems to be very afraid of the orange shit stain.
Yes.
But at some point, man, somebody has to take a stand on this, don't they?
You would think.
I think it's going to happen during the midterms. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen any earlier than that.
No, but my biggest issue is, okay, fuck Target. They're going to do what they're going to do. They're a giant corporation. They handle things the way they got to handle them. Jay-Z, who has the ability to put this record anywhere he wants.
Yeah.
Wherever he decides.
Walmart exclusive if he wanted.
Yeah. Also, probably not the best place, but, you know.
No, I mean, Walmart has done
but yes,
more to kill the economy in this country than anybody. That whole Walton family.
Yeah.
And I don't help because I shop there from time to time and I have a membership to Sam's Club.
Yes, so do I. And you know, and people shop at Target. And, you know, they're not just stopping shopping there because of what's going on. But you being a billionaire who does not need, again, I said a couple extra 100,000 here or there.
It's chump change.
Yeah. You could go and say, hey, Best Buy, I don't know what Best Buy's practices are. They could be just as bad as Target. I don't know. Hey, Best Buy, do you guys want to exclusively release my album? You know, hey, BJ's, hey, Costco, do you guys want to exclusively, somebody who you could go and talk to your people and go, hey, who do we still trust to do the right thing in the business world who could release our album?
Unfortunately, that's the problem that everybody's facing now with trying to put back out physical copies. So
I told you, I get all mine from Freshtopia. It doesn't matter. I trust being Boss Lady. So
maybe that's who he should have went. He should have went to being
Boss. Oh, Boss Lady would love that.
I'm sure she would. People actually showing their receipts. You know what? I have said this before, Lion. My thought process on this is this. You can either trust me to do the job that you do not hire people to do, or you can hire people to do it.
Yes. And you have to tell people what you're referring to, because people who are listening and not watching us now.
Lion says the thing about Walmart that kills him is that people actually show their receipts to asset protection as they're walking out the door. It's not even asset protection. It's just some old dude. And they can't legally stop you.
No, they can say stop.
Yeah. And I have, you know, just for shits and giggles, I get waved by so many times. One time I just held up a receipt from a visit I had 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
Just to see if they noticed. But my thing is this. You want to stop people from abusing the self-checkout at Walmart? Make it simple. Have 2 different color receipts. If you go through a manned register and I have a white receipt and I show you a white receipt, your employee checked everything out. Your cashier checked everything out.
Your guy's on the hook, not me.
You do not need to look in my cart. I've already done my due diligence as far as that goes. Now, if I choose to use the self-checkout and
some places you don't have a choice, you have to use that.
And I go with the, well, first of all, don't give me the option there of a paper or digital receipt. If you're using self-checkout, you get the physical receipt. That should be number one. You shouldn't have a choice. And 2, that receipt paper should be a different color. Like I said, if you're using white,
something that should be obvious to the guy looking.
Make it fucking highlighter yellow.
Yeah.
Or highlighter pink. So that they can see it and say, okay, this is somebody who used self-checkout. And I don't even have a problem with people who use self-checkout getting their shit checked.
Right.
Because I have, well, my wife has friends who have, you know, fake scan, real scan. Everything goes in the bag.
Right.
You know, every third item actually gets scanned. So they're getting $60 worth of shit for $22.
It's kind of like my grandmother used to do when she went out picking strawberries.
Oh,
One in the bucket, one in her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my thing on that. So what did he say? If you think, I simply say, if you think I'm shoplifting, place me under citizen's arrest and call the police. I'll go with you willingly, but do not put hands on me because you're not going to end. It's not going to end.
That's right. Let's go, old man.
And then he'll fucking sue the shit out of Walmart for false arrest.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes,
Can you sue for false citizen's arrest?
An arrest is arrest, man. I would think you can. And, you are not legally obligated to stop
No.
that.
Not until the police arrive.
You're not even legally obligated to show them your receipt.
No. You have one. Means you paid for stuff.
Yeah, I have it. Well, let me see it. Nope, you gave it to me. It's mine now.
You're the guy that said hello to me and welcome to Walmart when I came in. Yeah. That's what your job is.
Yeah. I have the receipt. You printed it out. You gave it to me. It is now mine. I don't need to prove to you that I have stuff anymore. You have either directly by your register people or indirectly by allowing me to perform the duties myself.
Yeah, or forcing me to, because you have no cashiers.
I have used that self-checkout enough. I've never been invited to the employee Christmas party. If I'm doing the work, I want to go to the party. Yeah, illegal detainment. And hell, it could even be, forcible kidnapping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't let you leave. But no, there's a time and a place for me to fight that. But I agree with Lion 100%. I have no idea how we got onto this topic. I think we were talking about, we were talking about the exclusivity of where Jay-Z puts the anniversary.
Where he puts the lotion in the basket, yes.
On his, yes. So, yeah. Hawaiian Sophie's had a couple of missteps this week.
Yeah, 2, 3.
3,
4.
Missed that guy. Article number 6 just keeps getting bigger. Massive financial milestone that completely bridges the gap between golden era hip hop architecture and Wall Street, according to reports. Ice Cube's Big 3 basketball league is officially going public.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming at all. The whole league is going to go public. Now, I know that the only thing I've ever seen in any kind of professional sports venue that had a public offering, you can own shares of the Green Bay Packers. I think that's the only publicly traded.
If you are from Wisconsin.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's a closed offering, but it is technically an offering, a public, that team is owned by shareholders.
Right.
Big 3, man, $290 million valuation. So they are going to go public. The league is merging with a special purpose acquisition company and plans to trade under the highly appropriate ticker symbol TONT, which is for 3, which begins with a T.
Yeah.
On
3. Yeah.
The historic move positions the Big 3 to be one of the first professional sports leagues in the United States to offer everyday fans the direct opportunity to buy stock and become actual shareholders. WWE is not a sports league. They are an entertainment company.
Right. Sports entertainment.
They are an entertainment company. They have to disclose.
That is why they are World Wrestling Entertainment now.
And now they're part of TKO. They're not even their own thing anymore. The UFC and WWE are all part of TKO Enterprises. Yeah. So
who all kiss the ring. Yes.
And fuck Dana White, by the way. He's a dick.
He walked out.
Arm in arm. Yeah, I saw.
God, they from the Oval Office, which is labeled Oval Office from the outside, strangely.
Well, it's because the fucking dummy doesn't know where he is half.
Yeah. from the Oval Office all the way out to the fucking South Lawn. The two of them walking with some guy with a camera, walking backwards, filming them walk there. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like if the NFL went public or Major League Baseball went public.
Yeah.
Or the NBA. Which, by the way, the NBA champions, the New York Knickerbockers.
Indeed.
So I still can't get over saying that. I think that's hysterical. Staggering evolution for the big three, from an innovative summer basketball concept to a publicly traded powerhouse, keeping Ice Cube and his executive team firmly at the helm while opening the door for massive international expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Cube is gonna get fucking paid.
And he's done the work. I mean,
he has done the work. He has been 10 toes on the ground, grassroots from this league. And once he started it, he didn't just say, okay, here, somebody else runs this. He's still very actively involved in this.
Yes. That would be
basis.
Someday somebody comes to us, Spotify or whatever, and says, we want to buy your show.
Buy the Mr. TBT brand?
Yeah. I'm still doing everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's part of the deal. You don't get to have what we built to do with what you want. You can represent what we are doing.
Yes.
And I think that's Cube's.
Until such time that we decide that we want it to go in whatever direction, but yeah, you want to pay us money to
do what we already do.
I wouldn't have a problem with it.
No.
I don't see that happening, although we do have some friends at the Hip Hop Museum who are involved with Rock the Bells Radio. So who knows? Maybe the show ends up on Rock the Bells Radio.
You never know.
If that happened, dude, I would shit mine and your pants. I would take your pants off, put them on just to shit in them. And
yes.
Back to because I share. So somehow it's going to end up in the board, and that's not going to go well.
You never know.
But congratulations to Ice Cube on this. I don't know very much about that. Would that be to a bottle of Appleton Estates rum? Yes. Yes, that would be. I know we're part of my settlement.
That's what he said. He knows where part of his settlement would go.
Yeah.
Would it be here? Because it would be accepted.
Yes. So anyway,
a gas station we passed.
When this goes down, I'm sure there's going to be an IPO, public offering. I wonder what the share price is going to be. They ought to start it at $3.03.
Yes.
303, 3 on 3.
Yes, most definitely.
I mean,
run it up quick afterward, but start it.
Start it at 303.
Yeah.
See, that's the brain in me.
Yeah. Let the first purchase be 303. After that, it can be whatever you want.
And it can go up to 303 for all I
care.
I was mowing the yard. I did that the other day. Hey, guess what article we're up to?
Article number Super 7.
Super 7 brought to you by Super 7, Mr. Throwback Thursday's special drop-off point is at super7.com/MR Throwback Thursday. Go there and order your Super 7 reaction figures and everything, and that lets them know that we sent you. Jamie is holding up this week's, which is as I take a look, the LL Cool J Soundwave, which is appropriate considering.
You like that? Let me show you the backside.
Don't show me your backside now. Ain't no back hugs going on here. Did I do that? Carl Winslow. LL Cool J, the aforementioned. Cool J helps close the wealth gap, according to The Griot. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump officially partnered with LL Cool J to launch DreamFi, which is a new financial tech platform designed specifically to close the wealth gap for unbanked and underbanked Americans. That's huge.
Yeah, that is not a thing I've ever heard of, unbanked.
You know what that is? That's a lot of people who have lost their faith in the banking system.
Yeah. I had to look it up when I was doing the article, but I had never heard of unbanked Americans.
That's people who keep their fucking money in their mattress is what it is, and deal in cash.
Or go to the casino a lot, so they need cash and they keep it in the freezer.
Well, that too. This isn't just about standard checking account.
No.
It's a comprehensive move to turn dreams into dividends. This platform is built to offer debit cards, credit monitoring, life insurance, another thing nobody ever wants to talk about,
Nope.
and vital financial literacy tools right through an app, meeting everyday people exactly where they are. Now, for Ben Crump, who has spent decades fighting in the courtroom, he realized that true freedom requires economic access and capital. And I will say this about Ben Crump. When he takes on something, he usually succeeds. Crump is he's a badger when it comes to this shit. So
Isn't that angry dance style?
no, that's Crunk.
Oh, no, it's Crump. Crunk is the Lil Jon stuff.
Oh, well, maybe it is then.
Crumpin' is the fighting dance style.
Oh, see, you know more than I do.
Not the West Side Story fighting dance style.
No, that's something different.
Everybody go ahead and look up Crumpin' on the break. But go ahead.
Or Crumpets, if you're hungry.
Or British.
And for LL, who admitted to making his own financial mistakes early on, this is about passing on a wealth building mentality and showing the next generation how to move from being simple consumers to actual owners. He specifically stated that this initiative is about helping the culture to do this. Now, I'm anxious to see how he's going to do it, because as somebody who worked in the financial industry for years, I worked in the very dystopian, this is your checking account. This is what you use for liquid money to pay your bills and stuff.
Yep.
Doesn't earn you any interest usually.
Like 0.12%.
This is your savings account. This is where you put your stuff that you want to save, so you have a nest egg.
Also earns no interest.
Back when I started, savings accounts were getting 5.5% when I started working in banks, and that was 38 years ago.
I bet you it's probably half that now.
It's not even half that.
Yeah.
It's not even half that. Most places are under 1%. You'll find some places that are that go a little crazy with it, but
introductory offers.
If you had lots of money, like 10,000 or more, that you didn't want to touch and have it grow, then you put it into CDs, and I don't mean compact discs.
I got a lot of those.
Certificates of deposit, which means we're going to hold your money for 9 months. We're going to pay you extra interest on it. And back when I was, again, started banking, your savings account was at about 5.5%. Your CDs were paying somewhere between 7.75% and 8.25%. But you had to pay taxes on that interest. So anything that you made basically at the end of the year, you were kind of losing out on anyway.
That's why you get savings bonds.
Yeah. Well, that was a thing back then too.
Yeah, you only needed to wait 6 months.
Yeah. And then you got
wait. Lion was talking to Nick a lot.
Yes. Nick's a lot.
Sir Nicolot Bag, the ultimate freak.
Talking to MIXALOT.
No, NICKLOT.
And Nicolot. Bumbleclot. So, yeah, I'm anxious to see what this app is going to look like when it comes out. Banking is a lot different than it used to be.
Well, yeah.
With all this online shit, like the Chimes of the world, and
that has Mark Jackson doing commercials for him.
There's a couple of other ones too.
Mark Jackson, a former New York Knickerbocker. Sorry.
I think SoFi has an account that doesn't require, branching and stuff. There's also one where you can make deposits, like cash deposits at fucking CVS or something. I really don't remember what one it is, but yeah, with the banking being what it is, and somebody asked me about that today too, and I was like, I can never work in banks anymore. More people do everything digitally and electronically. I don't even know if the bank teller is a thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been to a bank in quite a while.
I haven't been inside one in forever.
I'm just going to leave that alone. Things you may not have been inside for forever.
No, inside of a bank. I think,
or a Burger King bathroom, or
the last.
Lion, I do believe, though, for all the help that I gave you in getting yourself 100% disability, you should buy me a really fancy bottle of rum.
I will say, I think the last time I was inside a bank branch to conduct actual business, I think it was a Wells Fargo. Do
they exist still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They had my mortgage for a while. And then I went there because I got in a parking ticket and I owed $25 on it.
And you needed a money order?
No, because I'm an asshole. I went and bought a box of pennies to pay it.
Nice.
A box of pennies is $25.
$25, yeah.
So I gave them 50 rolls of pennies. And at first they weren't going to take it. And
hey, that is legal tender. It says so.
I said, this is legal tender. This is United States currency. I am in good faith making an effort to pay what you say I owe on this ticket.
Yeah.
I said, if you are refusing that payment, I will legally assume that you are not interested in restitution at that point because restitution was offered and refused.
There's no longer a debt.
It's not my responsibility anymore.
Yeah, there's no longer a debt.
And the woman looked at me and she goes, "Do you want to get cuffed?" And I said, "For what? For paying a ticket?"
Yeah.
They took the box of pennies.
Well, I would too. All they got to do is take it to the bank. It's not like they have to keep it and spend it.
Yeah. So just because I wanted to prove a point of how stupid the ticket was. I've also, what the hell did I do?
You also owned a purple suit that you wore.
No, I also had a bill from an ambulance company that was like $125 that I didn't want to pay because I didn't order the ambulance. The hospital did.
That's fair.
And so I set up on my online banking account to pay the bill. I sent them a $1 check every day for 125 straight days.
Did you have to write the checks?
No. Electronically sent it right from my account.
Good, because that's fucking ridiculous.
Nope. I went into my online banking and my bill pay and said, send to, and I put in their information, $1. Would you like to repeat this payment? Yes. How often? Daily. After how many occurrences? 125. After about 2 weeks, they called me. Why are you paying us $1 a day? I said, because that is all I can afford. And you know what? That is, as long as it's a consistent effort to make payment, you can't send me to collections.
Nope.
So
you can get mad at me and I'll allow it.
Yeah. But no, I'm kind of a dick when it comes to things like that.
That's fair.
I got that from my brother. Anyway, that was article number Super 7, brought to you by super7.com/MR Throwback Thursday, where you can go to get all of your reaction figures and everything. So go check out Super 7 and we'll remind you.
And buy stuff because.
Yes. Gail has done that, by the way. So
she has. Yes, you should all be like Gail. Buy stuff from super7.com/Mr. Throwback Thursday so that they go, hey,
look at that.
These guys actually have some reach and some people that'll spend money.
Driving business.
Yeah.
And on that note, guess what it's time for?
Fuck.
New school news. Hot new hip hop brings us Joe Budden roasts Diddy's penis size after the Daphne Joy leak, saying, quote, "It explains any crime," end quote.
Can we end more than the quote? Can we just end this fucking segment forever? Can we just stop?
That is up to you. If you want to end it, go ahead and end it. But I think it's hysterical that we have to say These are real headlines that are brought to you from actual news sources. So
what that really is enough
yeah
of that shit.
like Joe said, you got to let him out. Explains any crime. With that kind of dick, you spend all that money on attorneys. That was your dick. Your dick was the defense. He's like, God, that's crazy. And this article may have the most mentions of the word dick in it
Yeah.
than I've ever seen. That
has more mentions of the word dick in it than a Bill Reed's lyrics episode.
that's saying something. So that
is way too much
of that
shit.
We're taking our first break of the evening. When we come
Please.
back, time for Woo News, and then we'll get into some music on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 646. Well, it's 9:31, so it would be 8:31 Central Time.
It would be, yes.
You're not coming. So
yeah. So we tried to bring you D.O.C. The D.O.C. confirmed today. I don't know what time I told you, Bill. Today he confirmed that he would be there tonight.
Yeah.
He didn't know if it was Central Time or Eastern Time. I told him it was East. But even if it were Central Time, Cranky, you're on Central Time. What time is it right now? Why do I feel like Morris Day? What time is it? Let me pull up a drop. I don't have a D.O.C. drop or I'd play it because we usually get one after they've been on the show or if they've never been on the show. But when someone plans to be on the show, we usually wait until after. How about... Look, I always love the Doug Benson drop.
I know you do.
But I'm not playing that one this week.
We just did that a couple of weeks ago.
I know. I love that one.
Where am I? On the toilet.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
That good shit.
Have we done Russell Peters in a while?
I don't think we have. He's actually coming to... It's either Atlantic City or it's Caesars, Virginia. He's coming to one of the casinos I go to. Dude, close the chat. I don't know, Cranky. I don't know how to get the YouTube chat back. Let me see. Cranky said it is 2032, so it is 8:32 over there in the PM. Yep. I wanted to make sure it was something weird where it's like mountain time. Because nobody understands mountain time. All right, that's ready there. We're here, get the woo ready here. You come down here and turn off the mute so Bill echoes for everybody. Put this up here. That's shimmies over there. Are you ready to do some woo woo woo?
Sure.
All right, then let's do that with a Shri. Woo's your mama?
1 2 1 2. What's good, yo? This is Ghostface straight from Staten Island, New York. And right about now, it's time for Woo News with Jamie and Bill. Y'all know what it is. Get it correct. Mr. Throwback Thursdays, Jamie and Bill. You know what I mean? On Woo News. That's what's going down right now. Y'all check this out. Exclusive. Peace.
The RZA, the Jizza, Raekwon, Master Killer, Inspector Deck, U-God, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and Old Dirty Bastard.
It's now time for Woo News with Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Jimmy, shimmy, y'all.
There he is. Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 646. And
Shout out to Will McCain for showing up.
Mr. Forrest Whitaker and the entire Woo have welcomed you back. So, yes, let us get into some Woo News, shall we?
Please.
Woo News Part 1, bring the ruckus.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
According to TMZ, RZA has taken some major credit for the absolute madness we just witnessed at Madison Square Garden. Yes, this is a Knicks article.
Hell yeah, it is. Shout out to Jones IPK Worldwide over on the gram.
The Wu-Tang Clan took over the halftime show for Game 4 of the NBA Finals against the Spurs, with the New York Knickerbockers at the time down by 29 points at the half.
And what did I tell you happened when they were down by 29?
They brought the motherfucking ruckus.
They did, but I put a bet on them to win the game.
At plus 950.
Yes, it was.
So, if you don't follow basketball that much, 29 points is a lot of fucking
traditionally insurmountable.
Had never been done in the NBA Finals.
No.
However, RZA stated that their live performance completely energized the arena, shifting the entire frequency of MSG. He genuinely believes that the raw golden era energy that the Wu-Tang brought to the floor directly sparked the Knicks to pull off a historic comeback of 30 points to win by a point.
Yes, and as Cranky has said, this show has gone 0 weeks without a Knicks winning the championship mention. So this is the first week, but thank you. This will be a thing for the next 51 weeks.
Yes, until a new team is crowned. What were the odds in Game 1? I don't remember.
Going into Game 1, they were plus 165. They were
the first game where they made the real crazy comeback. Was it Game 2?
Game 2, I think they were down by 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
no,
with like 7 minutes left. No, they were down like 22 with 7 minutes left.
Yeah. They were underdogs games 1, 2.
All the games in San Antonio.
And they were 1, 2, and 3. They were favored in Game 4, and I didn't bet on them when they were favored.
When they lost.
Yeah,
no,
I did.
They
lost 3.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They were favored. They weren't favored in 3. They were favored in 4, or the other way around. Either way, they were favored in 4 because they were minus 165 to start Game 4, and I didn't bet on them until they were plus odds, and then I bet on them 4 different times.
Right, and scored all 4 of them.
Yeah,
in increasing numbers or decreasing numbers. I think your first one was like $9, and then $7, and then $4 or something like that. So, but either way,
Will McCain said he was there Game 1 of the season. Look, I've been there Game 1 of the season since like 1980.
Yeah, we talked about that. Jamie and I remember the Xavier McDaniels days.
Hell yeah! Shout out to the X-Man
days. I go back to Lewis Orr,
Grandmama.
No, I go back to Bill Cartwright and Lewis Orr and Rory Sparrow.
Yeah,
and Trent Tucker. And
I love Trent Tucker.
Kenny Sky Williams or Skywalker.
Skywalker, yeah.
Just crazy names. Walter Ray Williams. I remember him.
Yep.
And Ray Williams. I remember both of them. I think Ray Williams wore 13.
I believe he did, yes.
So yeah, I go back a long ways with that. I just remember the Bill Cartwright funky free throw form. So that's always good. I actually tried to shoot free throws like that in my driveway, and to the surprise of no one, I missed more than I made. So
No way. Nobody believes that here, Bill. You're good.
with that fucked up form, when I finally
The
learned
Bill Cartwright form?
yeah, when I finally learned that's not the way you're supposed to do it, I got much better. What about the supporting cast? 1982. Favorite. You know, it's funny, Will. I was looking at a list of people who coached the Knicks, and I completely blanked out on a couple of the names. I had completely forgotten that Kurt Rambis coached the Knicks for a short
He did,
period of
yes.
time. I completely forgot that Jeff Hornacek was their coach for 2 seasons.
Ooh.
Do you remember those years?
I remember a lot of years. I remember a lot of years. I remember being angry a lot of years.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I started watching him, I think Red Holtzman was the coach.
Ah.
So, yeah. But I completely... Who the fuck was Mike Miller, and how did he last 2 years as the coach? I mean, I remember the Lenny Wilkins days.
Yeah.
I remember the Larry Brown days. I remember the Rick Pitino days.
Mm.
But
I wasn't happy with those days.
I don't remember the fucking Jeff Hornacek era. Or I remember the Derek Fisher era very briefly.
Derek Fisher, yeah. Isaiah Thomas.
Marvin the Martian. Marvin Webster? I think that's who that was. Marvin Webster. I believe he wore number 50, if I remember correctly.
Bill, I have a question for you before I move forward. Do you work tomorrow?
Yes.
I apologize.
Why?
We may have our guest.
Really?
he's messaged me. I'm about to text him.
You know what? You may have to do that, guest.
Well, we will, if you can give me an hour, I can finish the rest if we have to.
I give you an hour.
All right, let's see what happens. For the rest of you. Life happens. Yeah. I'm working.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody, for the lack of attention. I am doing multiple things right now. We're going to see if something works. Why is this? There, add. D.O.C. Save. Okay. I sent him a link through a text message. We'll see what's going to happen.
Okay.
We've done it before. We'll do it again. Bill will cry at work tomorrow and curse me for the majority of the day, but he will always remember the day that he got to.
My problem is that
other people because of where you're recording. I know what it is.
So,
I know what the problem is. I was just trying to protect you by saying, Bill's going to have to get up in the morning.
No,
I was looking out for you, but yes.
No, I can.
Bill's about to be overrun by somebody else who has to get up in the morning. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I can give you an hour. I'm good until 10:45.
Ding. Let me flip over here. And we're going to bring it down here. What up, Doc?
What's up, brothers?
We're going to put you right here. Bang. There we go.
Bang.
I'm glad you got to get in this time.
You're Mike Breen all of a sudden. Bang.
Look, we had some issues last time. For those of you who weren't here,
and it was nobody's fault. That was technical difficulties by definition, man.
No, you know exactly whose fault it was.
No, it's Bill's fault.
It's always Bill's fault.
Thank you, Billy Danz, for for that wonderful drop of always blaming me for shit.
All right. We're going to flip real quick. I'm going to do a quick intro if you don't mind. And then we'll try to do what we tried to do last week around this time.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to count you in with a 3. Whoosh mama. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, TBT posse. Circle and answer. Search high and low. To get the real hop, which way do you go? A, the brother that's on this show. B and C don't matter because you already know. Please lend a motherfucking ear to the legendary D.O.C.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Yeah. He worked on that a while.
Yeah, well, no, I had a nice setup for last week, but you heard last week's setup, so I was like, I had to come up with something new.
Right on. Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate being invited back.
Of course, anytime. We are so happy to have you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Gremlins got in the machine last week and fucked things up, but we got it all figured out.
We are joined by the legendary D.O.C.
Hey.
Rumor has it no one can do it better.
That's what I've heard.
From what I've read. So
I've been hearing it for years.
I have been hearing it for years. So
that's what they say.
We always start with the same question, and that is very simply, how did you get your name?
You know what? Interesting story. When I first, I guess, decided I would, well, hell, I hadn't even decided that I wanted to be a rapper at that time. These guys were break dancers in my neighborhood. And we used to play this game called the Dozens, where you talk shit about your opponent, and it just rhymes at the end.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty good at that. And so these break dancers, there was a neighborhood sort of talent show, and they thought it would be a good idea if I wrote them a Dozens kind of deal where they could introduce each other. And turns out none of those guys could fucking rap worth shit. So they said, you got to do it. And I said, okay. And said, well, if you're going to do it, you got to have a rap name. And one of the guys in the group worked at the clinic, the neighborhood clinic. And he had come home. He had his little doctor's lab coat on. And he was a little short dude. And I put the lab coat on. It was way too small. but I wore it anyway and called myself Doc T. And it just stuck.
Nice. That I like when it's not like, well, obviously I did it like this. It's part of my name and blah, blah, blah. You know, I like when there's a story.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
City, bro. No one ever knows. It just happens.
Yeah. Because it's not like you pick your own. That's not how it works.
It's like rule number one.
Yeah.
You don't give yourself your own nickname. You don't give yourself.
No.
You kind of do, but circumstances determine that, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I was Doc T when I first got to California.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been doing all of this work with these guys. And while we were doing the work, it seemed like we was all best friends and shit. But when it came time for their album to be released and they had to take the pictures and started doing press, suddenly I got asked to step to the side and could you you're not really in the group, so you don't need to be in this part.
Right.
And that made me feel a little some kind of way.
Hey, that's that term right there. That describes everything. Some kind of way. I hate that term in general, but that is where it is necessary.
Every now and then it's just there's no better way to put things.
Yeah.
And so that made me put periods to turn my name into an analogy, so that what I thought was, if by me being an acronym and they being an acronym, that people would automatically tie us together.
Right.
And so when I came out, they couldn't, They couldn't say he's not with us. You know, they would have had to. I would be a part of them.
Whether they liked it or not.
One way or the other, I was
Yeah.
going to be part of it. So D.O.C. came the long way around.
That's even better.
Yeah.
It's not like I grew up and everybody just called me this. I really like when there's a story and not an obvious story, you know, like Keith Murray. How'd you get your name? Well, I'm fucking Keith Murray. That's my name. You know,
How'd you get your name? My mama gave it
my
to
mama
me.
gave it to me. Yeah.
Now, there's also a really interesting story about what that acronym used to stand for.
Oh.
But you got to watch the movie for that. I can't tell you that.
See, I got questions for you about the movie, but I'm gonna hold those till later. We'll get back to that. Going like way back to the NWA and the Posse, you know, back on McCullough Records. There was some Feel the Fresh Crew tracks on there. What was the feeling coming out of Texas, having your sound packaged and pushed under that NWA West Coast umbrella?
Shit, I didn't give a, you know.
I'm getting on a record. Fuck it.
I was got out there just
Yeah.
But all of that early Feel the Fresh Crew stuff, 90% of that was produced by Dre.
By Dre, yeah.
Yeah, and some of that stuff we actually did in Lonzo's house, the guy that did the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of their stuff was going through McCullough, which was a pretty shady business. And so they probably got a hold of the tapes and just put the shit out.
And put it out there anyway, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't remember ever getting any money for any of that stuff, you know.
But you get the exposure, though, so you got to be happy at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No one can do it better. I'm going to say it right now. Fuck Illmatic. No one can do it better is the greatest debut hip hop album of all time. Illmatic, and I'll say it, Illmatic had 38,000 producers make that thing sound great.
Bro.
No one can do it better had you.
Nas calls me the greatest, bro.
He should. You know,
and when
real recognize real.
One thing I don't get into that who's the GOAT shit, because
right.
We all stand on the shoulders of those that came before us, you know. So we are all goats. Some are Billy Goats, but but Nas called me the greatest in front of Grandmaster Caz.
Oh shit!
And so you can't get no better for a young cat from Texas to get that.
Hell yeah!
That meant a whole lot to me. You know?
I imagine.
If Kaz comes back, we'll have to ask him about that. We just had Kaz on the show about a month ago.
Yeah, he was on here. Yeah.
One of the originals, and the first time I met Grandmaster Caz, you know, those guys treat me like royalty, man. And like I said, coming from Dallas, Texas, idolizing East Coast rap the way I did when it existed nowhere else but the East Coast.
Right.
You know, getting that sort of love from them, really, it just means a lot.
Yeah, that's what, you know, Bill's in New York now. I'm in Virginia, but we both came up in New York, and you know, when we started listening, New York was all there was. It's not like we chose New York over somebody else. That's all there was.
Yeah.
And then when anybody else came out, it was compared to what we already knew.
Right.
So if for somebody to be outside of New York and to make it into our listening list, that was a big fucking deal. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can say now, you know, rap comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
It didn't back then.
No, hell no.
No, it did not. It was only, I mean, before I got to California, hell, it was no California, really.
No.
Everybody was still doing techno kind of rap, and everything sounded like supersonic, you know. And,
yeah.
You know, but after I got there, we began to, Boys in the Hood was starting to really get its legs.
Yeah.
But when I got out there, the transition really started to happen, and the West Coast, you know, had its moment.
Oh yeah. No, the West Coast. I will say again, being a New Yorker, the West Coast took hip hop for a time, and there was nobody in New York who could keep up. And I think that's where Biggie gets all his shine is he kind of pulled it back.
Yeah.
But there was a big gap between New York runs the world and Biggie taking it back. There was a big gap there, and it wasn't just an East-West war. It was the West was running shit.
Oh yeah.
You know,
But there's this guy out there named Dr. Dre.
I may have heard of him.
And this motherfucker, excuse my language.
No, go for it, man.
This motherfucker right here he might be an alien, I don't know. You know. But this guy's gift is unlike anyone else's I've ever met, you know. And once he got the tools he needed, it was pretty much over with. He had Q, who is a once in a generation kind of guy. They were just getting their thing together. He had Ran, but when I got there, this dude had a triplet of really talented writers to go on top of his stuff, and you could tell he started to develop during that time. He went from that really just synth drum shit to more live instrumentation. He started to get funkier, and by the time we got to the formula, you could hear that early G-funk starting to develop in it.
Right.
By the time he got to Niggas for Life, you could see it really really coming into form. Songs like Always Into Something, you could really feel it popping. And by the time he got to the Chronic and Doggy Style,
it was over.
Yeah, it was really on.
Well, you bring up the time during with the formula, that Marvin Gaye Inner City Blues sample. That's legendary. Did Dre bring you that beat completely finished, or did you write lyrics first and have him build that around your flow?
No, Dre came home from the movies. He and Michelle A. went to the movies one day, and he came home and he says to me, I had a daydream on the way back that you wrote a song called The Formula to this Marvin Gaye beat, and he played the song Inner City Blues, and they went to bed, and I stayed up that night and wrote that song. And went to
self-fulfilling prophecy stuff right there, man. It's crazy.
Studio the next day, and he made the track, and we laid it. We did that song that day, him and me.
That's crazy. I mean, just to hear that. Doom, 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 doom. I mean that's chills to this day, man. That's
when he says the formula. I sat and thought about what is the formula? What is the formula? What is the formula that made me? And it was basically a bunch of East Coast rappers. And so those first 4 bars are the East Coast rappers. High energy is run. Along with the wisdom of KRS. Rich man, Rick. Rakim. And so that's the pieces that I used to build who I was.
Man.
That's one of the greatest tracks off that record too.
No question about it.
Hell yeah.
Because it had such a different sound. The first time that came on, we're like, okay, what do we hear?
Yeah, that was one of them Yo MTV raps.
Yeah, that's a sit up and take notice track is what that is.
Yeah, Yo MTV raps sitting around at 3 or 4 o'clock on the afternoon on a weekday, and then that comes on. You're like, holy shit, what are we hearing?
And I love the fact that he said, I had a dream that you did this. And you're like, okay, challenge accepted.
Yeah, right.
You give me 24 hours.
Fine, let me do it. So on No One Could Do It Better, the interludes, between tracks kind of pull the album together. I think the only person we had heard before that really was like King T doing skits and stuff. Was there anything, any skits or anything like that you put together that ended up on the cutting room floor that just didn't make the album and you were like, fuck, I really wish we had this one? I was losing you there. Yeah. That's all right. I'll clean that up later. All right. So from what I read, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dre discovered you when NWA came through Texas. What do you remember about like the first time you met him? And to you realize, oh, this is going to work. You know, our styles are going to work together. Years. I don't know if you can hear us, Doc. We're losing your connection. We can only hear part of what you're saying.
Good old technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties happen. I got like 7 different messages saying, "Hey, I can't hear him. I can't hear him." We're working on it. We're working on it. All right, let me look. Wireless signals low. That's what it is. Yeah. We're just gonna pause until I can see you fine. Everything's good there. It's just the audio comes through and we can only hear part of what you're saying. All right. That definitely. See, I could hear you, but it was garbled. I know you said this is some bullshit. Yes. Just making me have to edit more shit. I know. It's a plan.
You said this is your job now. So
I'm working on it. Yeah, what it looks like is your wireless signal. That's what it looks like. What we can do, I can hook up with you tomorrow. Absolutely. You tell me what time, hit me up, and you and I will do this. And then it'll come out Thursday clean. Yeah. I will have Bill send me a bunch of questions so that he's covered because he's going to be at work. But you and I can hook up tomorrow, and we'll definitely make it work.
Yeah. I'm sure that it'll be much cleaner then. Especially without everything else running in the background, too.
Yeah. No. I got your number. You got mine. We'll hook up. And we'll make it work.
Okay.
Thanks, Doc.
That's fair.
We're going to make this work. We're going to do it. Yep. All right, take care, brother. I will talk to you tomorrow.
And if it's sometime during lunch, if I go to lunch for half an hour, maybe I'll jump in, just say, "Hey, I'm here."
We'll make it work.
All right.
We are going to get this.
Pitch. We are. Yes. If we have to piecemeal it, we'll piecemeal it.
No, Doc is 100% committed to you guys. He has messaged me like last show.
Yeah, he said the people deserve this.
Yes, I told him he could just call me and I can patch him through and we can do it straight audio. And he said no. He said your people deserve more. We are going to do this right.
Mm-hmm.
So he is 100% in on making this work. Just shit happens. The technology is the thing that's supposed to help us, and it is the thing that ends up hindering us. Patrons, you got a ton of stuff that most people will not get to hear.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, sometime, I will hook up with Doc and we'll make this work. And if Bill is on break, then he will also be there.
I will jump in for a bit.
If not, shit happens,
Yeah.
And I appreciate that Doc is.
I was going to
say
he
wants this to work.
We've had other artists and other guests.
Yes.
That if it didn't work the first time, they're like, "Fuck it," never got back to it.
Yeah. Shout out to Billy Dans for the same thing happening.
Yeah.
And he was on a drive upstate New York, and he sat and talked to me the next day because, it's Bill's fault. But
yes, that's where that came from.
Because Bill's an audio engineer. Because I had him plugged into a muted port. That's what happened. But no, shout out to Doc for taking the time to set it in, and we will get you a quality interview.
Yes.
And up to his standards, and we will make shit happen. All right. So where were you, Bill? You were on. Did you finish?
I think we just finished
the halftime show. The first article.
I think we just finished the first Woo News.
I hope so.
Yes, we were getting. Yes, we were getting ready to go into. Let me scan back down, and there we are.
He's going to New York tomorrow. For everybody who's wondering, I don't know if he's going up for the parade, but
yeah, we had finished RZA talking about how he made the Knicks come back from 29 points down.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me email him real quick to set this up.
Where the woo are we? Woo knows.
Yes. Is what it is. Let me know when you are free tomorrow, and we will make it work.
Yes.
All right, Bill, I'm going to have to put you on a quick break because I need to take a leak.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right. You talk to the people, and hey, talk about these while you're here. Because Friday when we go live,
yes,
that's going to be the drawing.
It's going to be the drawing, yes.
All right. I'll be right back.
So, as Jamie pointed out, we are drawing on Friday. We're recording Friday morning, 10 a.m. And that will be those who have already entered for the 1 of 1 times 4, the Bill Reads Lyrics mugs. The raffle will be drawn Friday morning. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. So make sure you get your entries in. Jamie's got all the information. I believe it's I want to say it's Venmo that you can set it up through, or one of those type things. But yeah, we'll be giving the drawing out on Friday. I almost said Saturday. Saturday will not work. I will be working Saturday. I am not working Friday. I am now on week 3 of my new position, and so far loving it very much, other than the fact that tomorrow is a short drive, but Thursday and Saturday I will be driving about an hour. But it's a lot of fun, and it's what I like to do, and I'm not a big fan of the culture that was in my last work location and company. So, and certainly not much of a Well, let's just say the management style was not anything that that I felt would be conducive to a long, fruitful career there. So, but yeah, well, you should check out if you haven't. Go back. I want to say it's probably about 4 weeks now. We did an interview with the great legendary Grandmaster Kaz, and that show was crazy. You can see that on our website if you go to mrthrowbackthursday.com, mrthrowbackthursday.com. In fact, I'm going to go there right now because I don't remember exactly what episode it was, but I want to say it was about 4 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. And Kaz was just fantastic. So let's go here. And we've got episode 641. So it was about 5 weeks ago. We will get a quick little thing there, and I will copy this. And I will put that in for anybody who did not get to see or hear the Grandmaster Kaz interview. Where's the Woo Death Wishes mug? We have a Woo News mug that's still available in our shop, actually. But it's not the Woo. It's not a Woo Death Wish mug. Death Wish, for one reason or another, would not get back to us, I think, as far as that goes, or we couldn't get clearance from somebody else. We were going to do a Woo symbol for, what was it, St. Jude's Children's Hospital, because we were going to go with the whole Wu-Tang is for the children thing and, donate the money to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital because, they're for the kids. We do have 2 Woo News mugs, which are a takeoff of the W logo. I will throw that in here as well for you so you can link to that. There you go. You can click on those links and order if you wish. Yeah, Deneen, we had a one of one that Jamie got that we ended up auctioning off, and that might have been about 2 months ago that we did that. Will was asking about the Wu-Tang logo mug that we had that we auctioned off, I think.
What happened?
The Wu-Tang mug, the one of one that we...
The yellow one?
Yeah.
I believe Miss Dunmire owns that.
Yes. He was asking what happened to it. I said, so I told him, I said, well, we've got a couple of Woo News mugs.
We do. I have a fuck ton of them that you guys need to buy because I'm out a bunch of money out of pocket.
That's the 16. I sent him the link for the 16-ounce mug. For the
there's also a larger one. It's on the same page.
Yes, I am going to go back.
So
the 24-ounce mug, that's a beast.
It is.
That is a beast. That I use that one quite often.
It is. No, that's one. They don't make that style anymore. Just the beer belly.
Yeah.
They don't make that style anymore, but they make it for us because we're so fucking cool.
Yeah. So there you go. There's the tankard. That's the 24. So
for the rest of you, so this is the third time. I don't know if Bill tell you. This is the third time we've had Doc on, and something fucks up every time. Or the third time we had him scheduled. How about that? Third time we had him scheduled, and shit was fucked up when you guys were away.
Yo, shit, fucked up. We back now.
But I brought some Smith and Cross traditional Jamaican rum because fuck, I need another one.
There's a good
it's
pop
just
on the bottle.
Huh?
It's a good pop on that bottle, I heard.
Yeah, let's do it again. There it goes. All right. So, that's my Smith & Cross. That's what I'm drinking this evening. This is my third one since the day has started. Second one for the show. Kind of upset that shit didn't work out, but we will get this show to you guys because
I really don't understand why we're having such problems.
Well, that one I could look down and see it. That one was
his wireless connection,
right?
But
And,
which I can understand because I had the problems a couple of weeks ago with my connection. So
yeah. So started the conversation with Doc. So I will edit around that mess, and tie that in to whatever he and I talk about, or I and Bill, whatever works out.
Yeah. However it works.
Yes. We will make shit work for you guys because we love you. And Doc wants it to be right because he appreciates what we do and who we are. And Adam put in a good word for us and whatnot. You know, what up, Duke, over on the gram. So anyway, yes, we're going to get back and do some woo and then some music. And then Bill's going to get in trouble because Bill is late. But please tell the IT department that we had an awesome interview and he lost his internet connection. And
so we'll just whip through this shit. That's all.
We do what it is that we do.
Yes.
So I will count you in.
Do we want to finish woo and then go, or are we done?
Yeah, you got one more article. I mean, it's quick, fast, in a hurry. Don't worry. Flavor Vision ain't blurry.
So,
what up, Black Cat 312 on the gram? All right, let's do this. We'll come back in with some woo with a Shree. Woo's your mama?
Second piece of woo news we have this week is called Impact. We have some major recognition from one of the foundational architects of the culture at the 6th annual Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards, which took place in Beverly Hills June 5th of this year. The legendary RZA was officially honored with the Culture
Pronounced
Award.
like pizza.
No. The award recognizes his immense contributions to music, film, and storytelling. As a matter of fact, I sometimes pronounce pizza as pizza. So
same thing, as long as they're pronounced the same.
Specifically celebrates his pioneering role as the founder of the Wu-Tang Clan, acknowledging his lasting contributions to Black culture across entertainment and media. It's an incredible milestone, proving that his foundational blueprint, although if it's for, the Black culture, it should be black print, extends far beyond the production boards and into the very fabric of how cultural excellence is recognized in modern entertainment. So congratulations to the RZA. And the last little bit of woo news, ODB is still deceased, and you God of the Woo.
Yes.
Is still the 10th best.
I'll allow Woo God.
Is still the 10th best artist in a 9-person collective, but he is still a rock and roll Hall of Famer, and we are not.
Exactly.
Would you like to do some music, good sir?
Please, because the people have put up with enough stupid shit. They deserve some music that is also stupid shit.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, they always get stupid shit from us.
But they get some dope ass fucking music later on that is not available on streaming services, but Mr. Throwback Thursday has acquired it.
Well, let's start with the One and Done. One and Done is a various artist project called Project X, subtitled Armed and Dangerous. This came out in 1990 on Tomorrow's Gold Records. It has 8 tracks.
And it was re-released in 2022 on Tomorrow's Gold Records. They said from 1990 to 2022, it didn't happen. So maybe if we still put it out on Tomorrow's Gold, it could happen later.
I've got 8 tracks. I don't know what you have.
That is also what I have. Do you think there's some sort of disparity because there are multiple versions of this?
I don't know
powerhouse.
If it's Tomorrow's Gold or the day after Tomorrow's Gold. So
that would be the 2048 release.
That would be hysterical. Track number 1, John's gonna hate it. From Fred G and DJ F3. It's called Keep On Dancing, spelled in a way I've never seen before. Dancing.
Dancing.
Dan Sin. So keep
Like
on-
Danhausen.
Like, could be.
Dance, don't let your feet perpetrate, they have their own mind, so let them flow with the tempo, break that up, producing with the lyrics, the task that make you move, swing it to this hip-hop track, you gotta dance, cause that's the only way you can adapt to this new format, making your heads clap to this, so get ready for a total domination of the dance floor and stop basing, sing along with the record cause it's slamming, don't stop the clock cause I'ma keep jamming, until I decide to...
Track number 2 from MC Isaiah, Riverside Bucket 26.
This job has been closed out indefinitely.
Check out this rap.
All bound to
Isaiah,
all bound to
Isaiah,
all bound to
Isaiah,
all bound to
Isaiah.
Riverside Bucket 26. Riverside Bucket 26.
Riverside Bucket 26.
Where from? Our track number 3 from Silk and Satin. Isn't that the type of panties that Money B was involved in there?
No, Shock G.
Shock G was the guy who kept.
He's the one who
satin in
put the
panties.
satin on your panties.
Yes. Silk and Satin with Get Off My Tip.
Get off my tip before you fall and trip. When I grab a microphone, I just rip. When I heard about the rap, I got mad. Went into my room, picked up a pen and a pad. Silk got upset. I said, Silk, chill. When we grab a microphone, we're gonna go for the kill. Silk, are you ready? It's time to start. We're gonna diss these girls like a work of art. Cause I'll meet you and greet you and teach you. Then I'll beat you. School you, rule you, girl. Then I'll fool you. Take my time.
School you, rule you, girl. Then I fool you.
Track number 4 from Third Dynasty called
Bass.
I Keep Sailing On.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow.
That is 30 seconds of bow, 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 wow.
Yeah, not as catchy as the Ludacris thing from last week.
No, that worked. This, not so much. Bow, wow.
That track I played probably about 4 times last week after we played it.
And now this week you're just going to be going around going, bow, bow,
Bow,
bow, wow.
Wow, wow. Track number 5, or on the dangerous side,
Ooh.
1 from Todd 1 called Give 'Em Something Radical.
Let's give these boys one shot for the road. Give 'em something radical. Give 'em something radical. Give 'em something radical. Give 'em something radical. You want radical rebel? Turn up the music, pump it to the level. Bring up the vocals so you can hear in a speech like Malcolm X. Then I'm out of here. Listen to the message and then to the music. I style so fresh, just like the music. Side and then watch it out with side and out. Just one shot.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Track number 6, or B2, back with Third Dynasty, Gots to Get Funky, as opposed to Gots to Stay Hydrated.
Indeed.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's been stated to get funky when I see a microphone. You hear my voice on the radio, it's like a cyclone. Prone to dismiss off the weak vocalist, bro. We made you think you go toe to toe. So as you well know, there is no reason for a title box. As soon as I utter a syllable, lights out. When I start the verse, I don't rehearse verse. First come, first serve, they don't really have the nerve.
Track number 7, or B3, IOR brings you seconds of a dope rhyme.
Just seconds of it, though.
Oh, about 30.
Freeze. Again, the messenger is in a phrase that glaze and amaze the people and make a goddamn rampage. Let me start a part. An introduction, VFX is in effect, and we're down with the production. Haste the waste, the side tip. This is straight lace. Equal flip that dips in a dope pace. If you rhyme with haste, I'm not concerned.
You get that flip that dips.
At a dope pace. Last track
Is it a dope
on
beat?
this record. This is the third one from Third Dynasty.
Yeah, this was kind of a push for this band.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was a compilation album. It's accredited to Grand G because he's the guy who put them together.
Mm-hmm.
But this was kind of like let's shop around Third Dynasty. We'll put 3 of their songs on this record. It's only got 8 songs on it, and people will notice them. Anybody out here know Third Dynasty?
No.
Right.
Last track by Third Dynasty. It's Curtains. Well, yeah, it certainly was.
Is that kind of an outro? Closing the curtains?
Maybe.
It's curtains when I grab a mic loosely or when I hold it tight. You want me to ease up the table, heat freeze up. You're jocking, so I'ma train you like my pup. P, you see, you can't beat me, cause I'm the only one who represents KC on the 1200. Consider him a hero. As you all know, I'm running the show, so there used to be no real rappers you can get your thrills from. Until I've begun, change the train of thought.
I will say, this is 1990.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it doesn't stand out at all. It is very, very generic 1990.
Yes. And that was it for
That was it?
One and done. Yeah, that's all I got. Do you have any more?
No, I don't have anything more. Did you think there was some deviation between what you're reading and what I might have? No,
I just didn't know if I missed one.
No.
Project X, Armed and Dangerous, a various artist product credited to Grand G is your one and done for episode 646. That is a record that definitely happened.
Oh, yes. Most definitely. It was something that happened.
Shall we do the record of the week, sir?
If I can get it to come up, yeah.
I don't know if if it doesn't come up, it's a jinx on the artist.
Yeah, no, I have it here.
Your record of the week.
I told you, it's not available
Yeah.
on streaming services. It is available to your boy.
Yes. Record of the week for episode 646.
Would you like to know how we got this one?
You asked.
I have it on cassette, and I converted it.
Wow.
From cassette to digital, and then cut each individual track and put it up here.
That's incredible.
It's something.
This record of the week, the third studio album by your artist of the month for June of 2026.
The Diggy Diggy Doc.
D.O.C. Yes, the Diggy Diggy Doc. This is called Deuce. I have...
Which is crazy. It's his third album, but it's called Deuce.
Yeah, I have 20 tracks on this.
As do I. So we're not going to play full 30 seconds like we normally would because Bill will get punched in the head at that point.
Some of them are only 22 seconds long. Anyway.
They are.
Track
Because
number one.
we have skits and whatnots. And
track number 1, 22 seconds long, called Music Business, goes right into track number 2, called My Prayer.
Music business is full of chicken shit, money hungry motherfuckers. That's what the music industry is. Chicken shit, money hungry motherfuckers that'll do anything, lie to you, fuck you, cut your throat, anything to try to get some cash. That's the music business. People backstabbing each other, brothers fighting, friends are all fucked up. That's the music business.
Lord, please, can you bless my mama? Take away her, please. So she sees her only son that she so loved get off his knees. See, I'm so tired. I came so far and all I want is what she needs. This is my prayer, my true confessions of my sordid evil deeds. But it was
I feel like I should know where that chord structure came from that.
It's Hugo Montenegro and his orchestra.
Okay. Track 3 featuring 6'2", Nate Dogg, and Uptight is called Big Dick Shit, subtitled Concrete Jungle.
ATL. Nate Dogg, where we at?
In the middle of the jungle, in the middle of the concrete jungle, with my real dog sleeping with me. Oh, here we come, kitty come, smoke some bomb ass sticky with me. Hell yeah, I just bought me a blue Navigator, it's a long ass stretch limousine. Oh, I really got no patience for you haters, and I'm running over niggas with me. Oh Lord, good God, let's party. Here come the niggas from T3.
It's always good to hear Nate Dogg.
I think that's why they call this album Deuce. Every title on here has something to do with shit.
Shit. Yes.
Track number 4, 21 seconds long, A Lil Dick Shit, followed by track number 5, featuring 6'2", Ice Cube, MC Ren, and Snoop Dogg, called The Shit.
Shit.
With these two guys called Doc and Dre. Doc was the storyteller. The D.O.C. was the guy that came up with those great stories. He was probably the single most influential person in gangsta.
You don't wanna see me, cause I'm a West Side hustler. And I'm through with you busters, so give me my snaps, cause you owes me hoes. Khakis, Pendletons, and Romeos, nigga. West Coast, Rat Pack, 88 real niggas, all black. All back in your ass again, and you goddamn right, we gon' win.
Red making niggas run and duck. Hands on my balls with the Doc, not giving a fuck. We bad luck, here dick to suck. Yo ho can taste it with the villain.
Everybody talks about Ice Cube. Ice Cube is incredible. But my favorite MC in NWA was Ren.
Was it really?
It was. Motherfucking ruthless villain.
Yeah, Ren could get it done.
As part of NWA.
Yes.
Ren was my favorite. Solo Ice Cube just blew up, but I loved Ren.
Track number 6, featuring 6'2" and Uptight, What Would You Do?
Them awards and Mr. Two-Face. The bitch killer. You know, I've been known to get beside myself at times.
Cold, dark, stormy night, similar to this one. The city stood still and he was dressed to kill. Sporting Dickies and a hot tech boots. Picture that, plus he mugging the mean way. And the Green Bay started jacket and hat.
Did you talk about Green Bay earlier?
I was, yes. Track.
See, I pay attention to what you say.
47 seconds long, called Psychic Pimp Hotline.
LaToya on this one?
Doesn't say.
Shit. Damn.
Hello, you have reached the Psychic Pimp Hotline. If you have lost your hoe to an entertainer, press 1. If you have lost your hoe to a professional athlete, press 2.
It's a lot of lost hoes. Track number 8, featuring 6'2" and Dr. Dre, Gorilla Pimpin'.
Gorilla Pimpin'.
Big baller, fly diggy, black 450, quickly running through your city like a gypsy. I count a half an ounce of Buddha, get the cash and bounce. 51 mashing. I ain't stopped, see who doing the asking.
Who's doing the asking, not who's doing it in the assin'. I misheard that.
Track number 9, featuring 6'2" and Dr. Dre,
Judgment Night. Oh,
Judgment Day.
Gotcha.
Not to be confused with Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough.
No.
Total chaos, all out mass confusion. Deadwoods cruising for bruisings. Label me sick. 6'2's having a psychopathic fit. Some people think I'm loony and deranged because I commit murders at a point blank range. Bad. I'm aiming at your face.
Bad down.
Track number 10, Soliloquy.
Not of Chaos, because that's a Gangstar
No.
song.
And soul spelled S-O-U-L in the beginning of Soliloquy.
Not a coward. I feel like I've been dying every day. And if they say that crime don't pay, then I must owe some price for me to have it so nice and late. Lay it down for some raw crown. Mixed in with Crown Raw, in comes the downfall. It's tragic, but it's fair, that's why it's called life. And don't nobody care. Lord bless me. Help me understand the way you chose to test me. For you see it stressed me deep as one may feel pain. Tormented me so deep, my God, I can't explain. Although my friends around me say I know.
Track number 11 featuring 6'2", Ghetto Blues.
Little Ghetto Blues.
I once was blind, but now I see. I ask the Lord up above to have mercy on me. I'm misguided by these ghetto streets. Time made a change, it ain't like it used to be.
Boom, ba, 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 ba. Let's go, Archie.
Track number 12 featuring El Dorado and Nadambi.
Arch
All
Bunker.
in the family. Yes.
One time, man, y'all niggas from the South is so laid back with y'all shit. You know, he was trying to interpretate, you know, how we do our thing. I see, he say, you know, how do y'all make that shit happen? I said, play, look at this here. We just want to live between the sky and earth, no touch, no dirt, no way. You understand me? And that's the real deal, all the feel. Talking about this DFW shit, this gorilla shit, this 7 shit. Yo, dog, let him know.
Bro, you wondering about the DFW? That's Dallas-Fort Worth area.
That I knew, yes.
Yes, well, I knew you knew it. I'm just talking to everybody who might not know.
Track number 13 featuring Uptight. 1, 2, 3, subtitled Critical Condition.
1, 2, 3, and I come with the wicked.
Hands out of control when they made malefactor, they broke the mold. On parole, come into 11s in broad daylight. New Jack City uptight, nice, making you hate like the headbanger. Certified base rearranger, consumed in pain and anger. Decapitating strangers, silent but deadly. Violence is my style and my recipe. Similar to a Roach Motel, slide in but never leave. Drive in, never speed off unleaded. North talking, I ain't accepting and serve you up in a second. Spin your body like records, put a hole in the middle. Give my condolence to the...
Track number 14 is 21 seconds long, called Touch of Blues. Goes right into 15, featuring 6'2", Mentally Disturbed.
What's wrong with y'all cats, dog? Y'all was supposed to be on... Oh, hell no. Why y'all let that nigga do that shit, dog? Deuce. Y'all niggas was supposed to be out there 5 minutes ago, dog. Deuce. 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 Deuce.
Yes, sir. I'm living it, man. It's the two-face. You know? This is for the drug abusers. The mentally insane.
See me walk in with a semi-limp. I don't even know it's in my pimp. Can't no other niggas be like him. Let them hoes drown if they can't swim.
Let them hoes drown if they can't swim.
I've heard that one before. Track number 16 featuring Greg Street, Lil Rob, and MC Breed. This is 52
MC
seconds.
Breed.
Called Safari West.
About to go down. Hey, sound man, fix this
Okay,
motherfucking
let me hit that, Bree.
Safari West is off the hook tonight, baby. My homeboy for this bitch about to set it off. Highland Hills represent what's up to them stop homies. Lake Como. I see Greg over there with that dog. Represent that hit city. Go get them 6'2"
What he
tapes.
do, though?
Murder Brook. Hey, y'all niggas calm the fuck
dog.
down. Don't start no shit
It's
in this
big
club
things going
tonight.
down.
Don't start no more be none.
Track number 17 featuring 6'2", Baby, El Dorado, and Uptight. DFW.
Hmm.
We already learned that's Dallas Fort Worth.
He's totally throwed off.
Outspoken. Good bodies in the Pacific could end up soaking.
Indeed.
Over my papers, nigga. Duct tape with no motion.
Believe that.
Cause it took me to get these hoes open. Blazing. Front page, slow roasting. West side, home of the jackets. Cause some of these niggas is bad actors.
Not there.
They're quick to get you caught up in the raptures. But I just want the green like the Masters. I'm watching how they do it ass backwards.
I love a good ass backwards reference.
Yes.
Track number 18 featuring 6'2", Simple as That. Did not understand. There it goes.
Yeah.
Dickies in the Gremlin head. Same way of living, baby, simple as that. I just wanna kick it with you on the gorilla. I ain't trying to come between you and your nigga. You see me on the hip and I'll call you back. You can play like I'm your king.
You just rhyme Farilla with the N-word.
I think he did. Track number 19 featuring 6'2", Erotic, and Cadillac Seville is called Playboy.
Ain't easy, but it's necessary. So we gon' do this here slow motion. Cause they say slow motion is better than no motion. I'm back up in this motherfucker with my nigga 6'2". Young Cadillac Seville the Mac. Me, just call me Doc. Young Laxaville, tell him what the business is, my nigga.
Imagine a young man sagging who attracts attractive women to slap them. Just so happens that his Mac is converted to rapping. His satisfaction when he serves up his lyrical tactics.
And finally, track number 20 featuring Snoop Dogg, Snoop Shit.
Without D.O.C, it wouldn't be Snoop Dogg. He put a lot of inspiration in me as far as being that superstar that was with me before I was a superstar, that made me feel like a superstar. Enabling me to write songs with him, to take songs from him, to help him with shit that we wrote for Dre together, to accept criticism from him, to critique his shit and critique mine.
Critiquing.
That is your record of the week for episode 646. That is Deuce by the D.O.C, your artist
Say
of
he's
the month.
dropping a deuce. Is that what you said?
He dropped it. He dropped
Okay.
it back on February 25th of 2003. My father's
Nice.
one single off of this.
One single. Let's see. What do I remember from this record that most people don't remember? Because I love this record. This was one of those that most people are like, I can't understand what he's saying. You know, because for those of you who don't know, Doc's voice didn't always sound like that. You know? Fuck, I don't know what was a single off of this.
Not one you would expect.
Probably nothing with the word dick or shit in it.
You would be wrong.
Would I? Wow.
The single was The Shit.
The Shit?
But it was spelled with a question mark instead of the S. So it was the question mark hit.
What was that? Q, Ren, and Snoop all on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes
That was
sense.
the posse cut. So that was your single.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Not charted anywhere, but that was the one single.
Gotcha.
The album itself did peak
Oh.
number 184 on the Billboard 200. So there you have it. And that is, I think that was the only one he released off of his own label, Silverback Records.
Silverback Records. Yeah, I remember, and I have questions for him about Silverback Records, but you guys will check that out maybe next episode.
And that is your record of the week for episode 646. That was Deuce by the D.O.C, your artist of the month for June of 2026.
Where there's a whole lot of the shit.
We have an old to the new to bring you before we take our final break.
Which I'm trying to find. You go ahead.
The old to the new is friend of the show, Drez, with Dilla, featuring Alexander Simone and the Professor, Bun B. It's called Bless This Life. And it's brought to you by Dilla, Drez, Alexander Simone, Professor Bun B, and Mr. Throwback Thursday.
So now we're all going to pause while I find this shit because I was not prepared. 232.
Unless you want to hold that off until next week.
No, I have it, and it's a quick one. Don't worry. He's got a new one right now. Like, as we were recording, he dropped a new one.
Of course.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, I don't have that one. But I have it for next week, so we'll also have one for next week. Okay, hold on.
Which is still this week, technically.
Technically, yeah. All right, here, let me put this up here. Let me click this button here. And ta-da, it's like we had it all along. All right, Shri, who's your mama?
Yo, hey yo, I got it in my pocket, got you open like a locket. You like it, I rock it, then take off like a rocket for God to watch it. The kid dressed be prolific. My father fed me flyness and instructions were specific. Told me take it up a notch, give a kick in the crotch. Hip hop came to tell you you not woke cause you watch. Ain't arrived at shuck and jive, I rose to rise. So middle finger to Trump from the Central Park 5. Cause every color knows my mother be a lover alike. She said the world's a better place whenever good people unite. And I'm like, be that it might. So every child be akin to saying no more judging brothers by the color of their skin. To be healthy, to be wealthy, to be wise, recognize. Wouldn't grab the mic and mumble next to rise, exercise. Thumbs up to every family. Can't be overstated, middle finger to Trump. From every kid he separated. One time for the brand new day, your sunshine. 2 times for accepting the change, a new sign. 3 times I'ma hope you free to see time. 4 times that's the life I live is all mine. 1 time for the brand new day, your sunshine. 2 times for accepting the change, a new sign. 3 times I'ma hope you free to see time. 4 times that's the life I live. Praying God protect us. We got different perspectives. My armor for your honor, y'all honorary detectives. Monetarily reckless, the broken sell a soul. The strongest only eat to compete with themselves. The goal, nothing to compare. Never be your favorite rapper. You got your colors crossed, saw me and Sawyer and Napa. Thinking I might have to clap you, though the world may never know. A pistol's like a prostitute, a cock can make it blow. And I got stock and getting dough. While they telling on they celly, I'm like, hello, it's the fellow in Brunello, Cuccinelli. Wave the warning, they be gone. Promise this ain't what you want. Leave your frozen on display, pray until you're St. Laurent. Cut me from a different font. You see it when I hit it. No shit, the party's lit. I be the one who lit it. Get with it or forget it. There's wrestling, there's wrestle. I suggest when you facing myself, learn to cast. 1 time for the brand new day, your sunshine. 2 times for accepting the change, a new sign. 3 times I'ma hope you free to see time. 4 times that's the life I live is all mine. 1 time for the brand new day, your sunshine. 2 times for accepting the change, a new sign. 3 times I'ma hope you free to see time. 4 times that's the life I live.
Yo, I was born to be exactly who I ended up being. Informed by the worldview of life that I was seeing. I went from being a kid with dreams of success to not only being an MC, but one of the best. I'm blessed to travel the world, local and overseas. Getting love from the people, even the OGs. Respected for the lyrics that I put on the track. Reppin' UGK for life with the pimp, and that's a fact. Not many people can see the life that I envision, but I threw caution to the wind and went out on a mission. Put my little town of PA on the map. Now everybody say they trill cause of me, no cap. I'm respected in the culture, recognized as a legend. For rocking on the mic solo and with my brethren. Cause the lessons I learned and the knowledge I gained helped to make your boy an underground king in the game. So 1 time
for the brand new day, your sunshine. 2 times for accepting the change, a new sign. 3 times I'ma hope you free to see time. 4 times that's the life I live is all mine. 1 time for the brand new day, your sunshine. 2 times for accepting the change, a new sign. 3 times I'ma hope you free to see time. 4 times that's the life I live.
All right, that track was good. And that video was good. I don't normally like AI, but I like that video a lot.
Yeah, no.
And Bun B was fire on that track.
Fuck yeah. No, that is a combination I never knew that I needed.
Until you got it.
Fuck yes.
So, yes, big time. Drez with Professor Bun B.
Indeed.
Dilla and Alexander Simone, Bless the Life. You're old to the new for episode 646. Artist of the month, D.O.C. Record of the week, D.O.C.'s Deuce. One and Done, Grand G, and anyone else on the project with Project X, Armed and Dangerous. We are going to take our final break. Then when we come back, I will read lyrics. And
Yeah, you will.
That'll do it for episode 646. But lyrics first, right after the break.
Pull up my drop real quick for you so we can roll through. Get my so your wife's not mad?
Huh?
I said I'm going to get my disclaimer ready so your wife's not mad.
Yep, let's do it right now.
All right, we're going to pull this one. Yes, we're going to pull this up here. Put that over there. You can feel free to skip all of our friends, blah, blah, blah. Like, do the sponsors.
Yeah.
But skip all of our friends for this week. Get you out of here quicker.
Sounds good.
All right. You got that over there. Got this up here. Apologies to all of our friends of the show. We will get you next week, as we do every week. BRL alternate video. That's right there. All right. I'm going to unmute, so be quiet. And I'm going to count you in with a 3. Who's mama? Still this.
What's your name?
My name? I became a bill, and I'll remain a bill until they decide to make me a law.
Did you know that there are at least 23 million American adults who can't read a want ad?
Or a book, or a job application. That's why we have RIF.
RIF is reading is fundamental.
Most people probably don't listen to the message.
Most people probably don't listen to the lyrics.
But they should.
Welcome to Bill Reads Lyrics.
The following segment of Bill Reads Lyrics is an educational discussion of artistic expression and creativity in modern music. This segment may contain explicit or offensive language. Sensitive individuals are discouraged from listening. The views and opinions within these lyrics are not necessarily those of Mr. Throwback Thursday or its hosts.
And with that being said, welcome back to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 646.
They're not necessarily.
Huh?
They are not necessarily the views.
Necessarily. They could
They
be.
could
they
be.
couldn't be. We'll never tell.
No.
It is time for BR's L, as Gail puts it. Bill Reads Lyrics. So I shall switch to the private chat.
You should do that. And just know that I love you.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, man, I haven't seen this in a long time. Where am I going?
You're going to go what is technically verse 3. You will know when you see the rapper's name that it is the one you're supposed to be reading.
Does it say female? Fucking hate you. All right.
Look, I already said I love you, so get over it.
All right.
So with no type of ado, because we've had way too much ado tonight.
We have a lot of it is the World Cup. We could have some Freddie ado.
We could. So Sesame Street, Grover Stiley, whether nearer. Oh, God. Or further. We will cue what we here affectionately refer to as the motherfucking piano.
Now put my lips on your dick? Get serious. Why don't you hoes rub your nose on my clitoris? My pussy's kinda hairy and my pussy's kinda loose, so go and get a straw so you can suck my pussy juice. Let me tell you, Big Black, I ain't to be tramped on. Make you eat my pussy, then I put back in my tampons. You motherfuckers know I'm on a head kind of trip. You gotta have fun. Before you get my lips, once your ass pay, then the dick's in my face. I take it real deep throat like. Don't say shit. Just pull it out quick. Let me lick, lick, lick on your big fat dick. If you want to make me nut, stick your finger in my butt. You can call me Dirty South. I lick your dick and your nuts. But I gots to get paid, so how much do I get? Well, here's $1, bitch. And thanks for putting your lips on my dick.
Pure poetry. Where's the bitch with the teacup now?
I let her do that.
Let me see you step up, whatever her name is, Bex, Bex,
whatever it is, yeah. Oh, good God. On that note, hat's already been changed.
Gail is upset with me, I think. I don't know. There's a lot of exclamation points there.
I think Gail's blushing.
You can see it through the exclamation points.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, since you have changed your hat, and since we will flip our guest later or before, who knows how this episode will turn out.
Yeah.
How about you right now?
Just take us.
Proceed to take us the fuck home.
Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 646, brought to you in part by our good friends at Def Rugs. DefRugs.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Def Rugs. Handmade, high-quality hip-hop theme rugs from the original Rug E-Fresh, Marshall Fox, and his business associate, the Green-Eyed Bandit, Eric Sermon. Go get yourself a Def Rug. Our good friend Heather Lent up in Schenectady, New York, the proprietor and owner of the Bittersweet Candy Company, and that makes her... Candy Girl! She makes candy and chocolate that is handmade, small batch, different, and
delicious.
Check them out on Facebook and order at bittersweetcandy.com. Use our code THROWBACK to save 10% off your order at the Bittersweet Candy Company. MeltedMics.com, MLTDMICS.com. Use our code Mr. Throwback Thursday. That's MR Throwback Thursday to save 10% off of your hip-hop and pop culture themed items such as hats, t-shirts, and mugs from our good friend Pumice T. Mendola at Melted Mics.
Oh, I got a Melted Mike shirt on tonight. Did I tell you that?
I have the Bill Reed's Lyrics shirt on, so I probably should have expected that it was going to be bad.
Put a quarter in the ass because you played yourself.
Still. Article number 7 of Hip Hop Headlines, as always, brought to you by Super 7. Is your shelf looking a little quiet? Needs some noise. It needs some Super 7. Special landing page is now set up just for you, whether you're hunting for hip-hop reaction figures, Godzilla, Silverhawks, anything. You need to grab them through us. Go to super7.com/MR Throwback Thursday and show Super 7 that the Mr. Throwback Thursday posse runs deep classic beats and classic toys. Don't forget to visit us on MrThrowbackThursday.com. Leave us a voice message. Follow us on the cesspool formerly known as Twitter, _MR_TBT and Bill_MR_TBT. Facebook
and
page.
Go out and get you some Smith & Cross Jamaican rum.
Yes. Facebook page, Mr. Throwback Thursday, and home of the TBT Posse. And most importantly, go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/MRTBT. Smash that subscribe button and then click that bell. And remind everybody we have, I believe, 4 days left before the drawing for the one of ones, the Bill Reed's Lyrics mugs.
If you're listening on Thursday, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Yes, is when that drawing happens. If you want to be part of the TBT Posse street team, you can be part of spreading the word, slapping stickers on light poles, or hosting a TBT game show. Email us at TBT.
Like John Henderson did.
TBT Posse Street Team at gmail.com. Shout outs: Gail Dunmeyer, Manny Baez, Sarah Henderson, John Henderson, who we're thinking about very much.
Indeed.
Hugo Gonzalez, Sanket Patel, the Shrieking Warrior, Jennifer Buchanan, Jason Heath, Jessica Walker, Shane Hatley, Ahoy Mateys, Captain Ricky Schnarr.
Captain Ricky Schnarr, who's been fired from Facebook, I believe, and is only on the Tiki-Taki.
Oh, okay. Mr. Cranky Pants, Brian Hollenbeck, the legendary Kevin Van Buren, Robert Jeffroy, Kate Harvey, Catherine Liska, Jessica Walker, Lion Lindwoodell, and Wanda Calamia and Gunther. They get announced every week because... I got 5 on it.
Or more.
You want to get your name mentioned every week? Become a patron. Go to patreon.com/MRTBT. Join at the Loonies level or higher, and that's where you can get in on there. You can get every episode of this show through our good friend DJB at itsfreshradio.com and the Fresh Radio app for your phones. The world premiere of each episode of this show comes 9 p.m. East on Wednesday nights.
Which is slightly after patrons get it.
Get the Fresh Radio app for your phone. You can also go to Wild One Radio at wildoneradio.com. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. We will be back with you recording as you're listening on Thursday. We will be live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for those who are listening as we record. That is Friday, which is Juneteenth. June 19th, we will be on at 10 a.m. Until then, everybody, thank you very much. Go find us, share the good word, take good care of yourselves, wash your hands,
wash your butts,
and until next time, keep it classic.
And like Cool Keith said, release the shit off my chest. Get rid of the gripe. I shit inside your gray and white Nikes.
And always remember,
new school stale, old school fresh.
F-R-E-S-H